Good evening, everybody. I hope folks are having a good weekend. We did a stream earlier today on some other cases, but the Reckless Ben saga was just too juicy to leave it alone for the whole weekend. So we are doing a surprise second stream tonight. We're going to cover Reckless Ben's expose on the Provo Canyon School. I have watched his video and Sheldon's video each, I think, like 3 times, and they're just awesome. So I want to watch it all with you. We'll react, but there is more to this story than Reckless Ben's video covers. We've got tonight we're going to go over some of the background of Provo Canyon, some of the litigation history of Provo Canyon, and what has happened to that school. Actually, two schools. There's a boys' school and a girls' school. And we're going to get into what happened, both of them. So we will get into it. Let's get going. All right. Also, if you don't notice, I am wearing a fancy hat. I got this special hat at a special store. And I thought, since we're not talking about this store on tonight's stream, we will wear this hat. I don't usually get a chance to wear it. So, first things first, what is Provo Canyon School? Well, Provo Canyon School is a private school that, as far as I'm aware, is owned by a Pennsylvania-based company. And I don't know if they've got schools all over the country or what, but in Utah, they have at least two schools. They have the Provo County School for Provo Canyon School for Boys in Provo, and they've got the Provo Canyon School for Girls in Springfield. And one thing we saw in Reckless Ben's video is, why would people send their kids to Provo Canyon? Well, the reality is, I think there's some marketing that goes on. So let's pull that up. And let's do that. And we're going to watch. Here's their marketing video. So look how wonderful this school looks. Look at the long lawn, the basketball floor. There's like a rock wall you can climb. Like the fence only covers the basketball court. So it's like you can play soccer, climb. There's a ropes course. They're beautiful at this school. It's like they've got a greenhouse. Wouldn't you want to send your kids to this wonderful school? It's just like, it's just so beautiful. And look, you're right there in the canyons near Provo. It's it's wonderful, isn't it? I would want to send my kids there. But here's the thing. Provo Canyon schools have some issues. And we're going to, before we react to Reckless Ben's video, we're going to talk a little bit about those issues. So let's look at this. And by the way, also, I tried to make my video here a little bit bigger. Let's see. I can make it still yet even a little bigger. Because people were saying they can't see me. They needed a microphone or a magnifying glass to see me. So, all right. So we'll do that. Oh, it just went back to the old way. There we go. All right. So this is from Justia. If you don't know what Justia is, they publish court cases. So we've got this relatively old case, but it's against a bunch of people: Jack Williams, owner and administrator; Robert Chris, owner and medical director. The Where is the actual school? There we go. Provo Canyon School defendants. So this is a really old case. 10th Circuit, 1982. So 44-ish years ago, Reckless Ben. No, I'm sorry. What am I saying? It's been a long day. I smoked a turkey today. I haven't eaten it, by the way. So I saw someone ask. Um, I have not yet eaten it. I came home. I tweaked my little studio. I don't know if you can see, but we built some IKEA shelves in the back, and I've got my Lord of the Rings lamp. I've got a Star Wars Lego set that my son built for me, and I've got a Labubu, and I've got a Jada from World of Warcraft. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of low. I don't know if we're going to keep it there, but we are going to be making some edits to the studio / office here in the next few days. Also joining me, if you can't see, hidden right here is the barbecue cat, also known as Elsa. We're going to see how this works, because normally this cat is a terror. She jumps up on everything. She wants to chew. If there's a corner, she will chew it. She literally wants to eat my screen or scratch my screen or sit on my keyboard. She's normally a menace, but Barbecue Cat has been sitting there comfortably napping with me for a couple hours. Barbecue Cat and Barbecue Dog don't get along. Barbecue Dog's name is Liberty. She's a 5-month-old puppy, and she likes to play with all things and all animals however she wants, and she doesn't have any consideration for how that might affect people or cats. And the cats do not like how she chases them around. And I think she's just trying to play with them, but doesn't work. Anyway, back to the story. So we are going down the rabbit hole of this 1982 case. And this is just to set the stage. I want everyone to understand the problems with Provo County schools is not something that Ben himself uncovered. It's been going on for many decades. There was a Paris Hilton documentary where she covered this a few years ago, but there's been lawsuits going back 40 years. And I don't have time tonight, I think, to go into all of them, nor do I think the YouTube algorithm or the YouTube gods would appreciate the content of these things. So we got to be a little careful, but let's talk about what happened in 1982. So this was a lawsuit brought against the Provo Canyon School for Boys located near Provo, Utah. And they note it's a private school for boys between the ages of 12 and 17. And some things happened. We're going to refer to these folks as clients because the cases in the administrative agencies all refer to them as clients. And that may help us. So what happened? So there was the plaintiffs, who were clients, brought a claim for monetary damages to a jury. But unfortunately, they didn't win. At the conclusion of a lengthy trial, the jury returned a verdict in favor of the defendants on the damages issue. But the trial judge later entered a permanent injunction. Now, that's important. Permanent injunctions are always things judges decide. Juries don't get to decide injunctions. That's a judge decided thing. And the judge's permanent injunction permanently enjoined Provo School from doing some things: opening, reading, or monitoring mail, administering polygraph examinations, placing people in isolation facilities, using physical force. All things, I guess, for others other than to restrain someone who is physically violent or immediately dangerous. So things had been afoot at Provo Canyon School for a long time. Now, I'm not going to analyze this whole decision, but this was the 10th Circuit. So this is an appellate court that sits on top of the district court, higher up. They were reviewing what the district court did. And this 10th Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed the judgment, meaning they gave their stamp of approval on what the judge did with respect to this injunction. And unfortunately, also for the monetary damages. I don't know the details of the case, but that's basically the first step. Just laying the groundwork. This is a school that's had problems with the law for 40 years. And it's just wild that it's still been going on. But Reckless Ben did an expose. If you haven't watched his video, I definitely recommend you watch it. We're going to do a react to it now, and I'll pause it and talk about what I'm seeing in terms of from a legal perspective. But this thing's awesome, and you should all go watch 2 streams if you haven't, or 2 videos. You should watch Reckless Ben's video, and you should watch Sheldon Norcross's video. And I don't know if I've got them linked in the description here. I will get them linked. And after the stream's over, we'll add a pinned comment to do that. Because they're both worth watching, and they're the guys that did the groundwork. I'm just the guy that comes along and can talk about the legal issues I see, but they're the ones that did this expose, and they should get the credit. So let's get into the stream. We're going to start, and what I'll do, as per usual, I will pause when I can. See if we can make that. There we go. That looks a little bit better. This is the first time I'm doing a live stream on my computer in my office. So all the equipment's different. So I'm using the same stuff I use to record most of my videos in the same room, obviously, where we record the videos, but the microphone's different, the camera's different, the monitor's different. So it's all different from the from the outside setup. And I was just I was done being outside. The turkey finished right around this time the stream ended, and I smelled of smoke. I had to go shower. I was sweaty and smelly and smoky, and yeah. So wanted to do this in a little bit more comfortable place for the evening. So let's get into this wild story, because this is just crazy. Now, I am going to point out some places where I think Reckless Ben and Sheldon may be acting a little reckless with regards to things. Bear in mind that I am super glad that they do this. I'm so glad that this activism journalism. I'm absolutely on their side. But as a lawyer, I want to just flag legal issues as I see them. That's part of what I do for a living, is I spot issues. So I may spot some issues. Don't think that means that I'm not fully supportive of their mission. Here we go.
Imagine your kid starts getting into trouble and a professional tells you that there's a school that can fix them. They'll get an awesome education and fun outdoor activities that restore your kid's hope. But once you send your kids away, you can no longer see what's actually happening. What if you just spent your life savings on a program that makes them even worse? Well, I'm about to go on the craziest mission in the entire world to find out. In the school I'm talking about,
I thought Ben ran out of money for the animators, but I guess he had money for animator for this video, but that's cool.
It's called Provo Canyon School. And there's been a ton of allegations about this place.
Families are suing Provo Canyon School.
Raise your hand if you'd call yourself a survivor of abuse.
When I first heard about this place, the first thing I thought was, if this place really is as bad as everyone's saying it is, then why is it still open? Why are the parents still sending their kids here?
Because the marketing's so good.
If you go to the website, why is there only 5-star reviews on this place?
Well, I've never seen a website that doesn't put only 5-star reviews about themselves. To be fair. Could you imagine Provo Canyon School putting a 1-star review on their website?
So I decided to do some research, and it seems like the reason this place is still open is because all of these are just word-of-mouth allegations.
I was verbally, mentally, and physically abused on a daily basis.
Yeah, unless there's video evidence of what's happening inside, it's going to be really hard to shut this place down, which is why I'm going undercover.
Just a little bit of a spoiler alert. It won't be as hard as he originally thought. By the way, if you have not yet, please hit a like, please hit the subscribe. We're up to 400 folks in here. Unsurprisingly, that's like double what we had for the Lindsay Clancy stream earlier. I understand the Lindsay Clancy stuff is pretty heavy-handed, so not as many people were willing to sit through for all that. But I appreciate everyone that's here. Please hit that like, please hit the subscribe, and if you're in the replay crew, drop some comments. And if you're not in the replay crew, drop some super chats, ask some questions. I'll stop periodically and respond to any questions you guys have had. So even if you want to ask questions about Legos and Reckless Ben, I'm all in. I'll certainly answer any of those questions as well.
To get this video evidence. And if Provo Canyon really is doing bad things, then first I'm actually going to try and improve their facility. But if they don't want to take my advice and continue being evil for some reason, then I will do whatever I can to make sure they get shut down.
The animation is pretty good here.
So I first heard about this school when a fan reached out to me through email saying he actually went to one of these schools himself and that I need to investigate this place.
If I was given that option, I would choose to go to jail, like right away. Knowing what I know now, there's no world I would go back to a place like that. You're woken up early in the morning. No spoilers if you're in the chat. Any food. I was kept in solitary confinement for like 3 days. Every single aspect of your life, they will critique to make you like bend to their will.
What are the things people get sent there for?
Disobeying your parents at home, headed down a wayward path like my parents said I was.
You said they hire anyone as teachers, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. One of the main things I keep seeing online is that Provo Canyon will hire anyone as a teacher, which is very bad because normally to be a teacher, you have to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. You have to get a state-approved teaching license. And most importantly, you have to have a squeaky clean criminal.
So I can speak to California, not necessarily Utah, but California may have different rules. But when it comes to clients like these, I don't think their rules are very different. You have to do a lot of stuff. It's not just a matter of a basic background check. I mean, when you're dealing with minors, you have there's a lot of hurdles you have to go through in order to even put in like an application or have to be considered. Even if you're volunteering in things like scouts, like I'm a assistant scoutmaster, I had to watch all sorts of stuff. I had to go through all sorts of training over all this. And it's shocking to me that a school would try to circumvent those basic rules.
A record if you want to work with kids. So to see what their hiring process is like, I'm going to see if they'll hire my friend Sheldon. So I was thinking, if you want to, would you be down to get hired by one of these companies? And then you be like a teacher?
Boost up our speed.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
125.
Dang, that might be hard to get into, though.
Sheldon's perfect because I don't think he meets any of these qualifications. First off, he never went to high school. And if you just Google his name, the first thing that comes up about him is he stole a car. I mean, this was a long time ago. And since then, he's gotten sober and completely turned his life around. He's now a
Uno
very
reverse
productive member of
card.
society. The only thing he gets arrested for now is making GoFundMes.
We're just going to do this GoFundMe.
Why? When I saw this the first time, I laughed so hard because you just got to bring it around. You got to bring it back around to brick by brick, right? Like he gets arrested for a GoFundMe. And honestly, like this is neighboring town, right? So on the screen, we've got the American Fork Police, and we know that they do things differently there, but I don't think they do things so differently in American Fork that starting a GoFundMe is somehow illegal.
But the point is, he has probably the worst record ever, and he is definitely not allowed to have this job. So we signed him up.
The interview is in person there.
And just for the fun of it, Ben records himself without a shirt.
Get this job. Pretty dang nervous.
So Shiny says, I had to do a new background check every year to volunteer at the school. Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's not just volunteers or volunteering at the school. It's volunteering anything that relates to people under the age of 18. My wife is an administrator at a local elementary school, and she has to go through all this stuff. I mean, it's like mandatory reporter type stuff. The fact that Sheldon was able to get into this school the way he did is completely wild to me.
It's time to start the spy cameras. Spy camera. Hello. I have an interview.
And Sheldon's entire interview was only one question.
Let's say you walk in, code was called, you walk in and you see two kids just fighting. They're just going at it. What would be your, what would you do?
Well, I'm assuming, I would try and break it up as best I could. I mean, I hope that's the right answer at least, but that's what I would try and do. Yeah,
no, for sure. We do get into restraints. I hope that you would be willing to
Rachel asked if I looked into Sheldon's horrible background info. No. We don't need to do that to Sheldon. Sheldon is fighting the fight. We don't need to bring more attention to that stuff. He could, if he wants to do it himself, let him do it himself.
to get your hands a little bit dirty.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I would just wait until you get the call. I feel like you'd be good.
Okay.
I feel like you'd be good. I okay. This is cool.
I got the job.
Wait, you got it?
Yeah, I sent you a text. Look how good I got the interview.
The only problem is Sheldon was basically 100% sure that he was going to fail his background check.
Since it's a school with kids, there's like all these extra federal regulations.
But maybe Provo Canyon is so money hungry, they'll just ignore all these federal regulations.
Maybe they don't follow the federal regulations,
Yeah.
And so maybe you can just get in because maybe they're breaking the rules. I don't know. We'll see. So are you like officially hired now, or?
So Mark mentions LDS, and one thing I will say, do not forget that Utah is effectively a desert. There are pockets of population and there are vast expanses of no population. So it is not, things like this happen in places like Utah, but they also happen in places like Nevada, and to a certain extent, some parts of California, because they're vacant. I mean, everyone with California, everyone thinks of the coast and beaches or San Francisco or LA, but you go 100 miles east, you're in Death Valley. You're in like literally the hottest place, like if not the hottest place on earth, one of the hottest places on earth. There's places in Western United States that are almost completely void of human population, and places like this can thrive there exactly because there's not a lot of people, which means there's not a lot of oversight into what they're doing.
Yeah, they verified my education.
I thought you said you weren't going to get hired.
Well, dude, I shouldn't have.
Sheldon throughout this is like the naysayer. He doesn't think anything's going to work.
That's
And
crazy.
like really everything
They said,
works.
don't worry, you start. We verified it ourselves. And it's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, sure. I got to get you a plane ticket and Airbnb and stuff then.
Yeah.
Well, now that Sheldon's an actual teacher at this school, I bought him even more spy cameras so he can secretly film his experience. Now it's time to see if they're actually doing stuff that's illegal. And if they are, that's when I come in and help them improve their facility.
As soon as we pass this door to mine.
Yeah.
And now it's time for Sheldon's first day of training. Yeah, this is still pretty much Sheldon's first time ever using these spy cameras, so he wasn't really used to it and kind of just filmed the ceiling the whole time. So to make it more entertaining for you guys, this is the actual audio, but I hired an animator to animate over it. So here you go.
What do you think we do here at Provo Canyon?
They're youth residential treatment centers.
Yes.
How do the kids feel about being in here?
Not great.
So they don't like it?
Not usually.
Almost all of our kids have made real and serious attempts to end their lives. Their
Oh my
parents
gosh.
home, they're immediately asking and they're getting out of it.
Hey, Sheldon, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here, buddy. I don't think we've ever had an opportunity where, like, I know I've posted in your chat, but you've never posted in mine. So thank you. We're just watching your escapades here.
Getting out and getting out. Their staff are going, not today, you're not. They want out. That's a high risk time because they're hoping the decision's going to be made to send them home.
But we've had a kid here for maybe like 5 or 6 years.
What kind of like aftercare do you guys have set up?
How are they in school for 5 or 6 years?
5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be having a really hard
At some
time
point, they
adjusting
become
to
not
real life.
minors, and so they should be able to just bounce, right?
3 typical types of restraints. You have your mechanical, your chemical, and your physical. The mechanical is going to be like your tie downs. Your chemical are going to be like the injections, tranquilizers. Guess how many restraints we average in a month?
50.
So pay attention to some of this stuff without calling it out too much for the purposes of the YouTube algorithm gods. This is going to come up in the agency actions we're going to cover after this video.
100
or
300.
There you go.
Really?
250 to 300 restraints is the average a month.
Out of how many kids?
140.
So each one would get restrained twice a month?
Yep. I'd go up to Shane and I'd say, hey, Shane, that's not your chair. I need you to move to your chair. And he doesn't move his chair. The response was, go hands off of Shane for compliance.
We were fucking slamming kids all over the place. Oh, I'm sorry. We were lovely slamming them to the ground.
What are some staff behaviors that might pose a risk to the facility?
I don't know, they brought up like talking to the media or whatever earlier.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Sheldon's video has hit the charts, the hype charts. So yeah, if you haven't yet, go add a hype to his video. I don't know if there's an easy way I can do it here. I don't know if I can do it from this one. Let me see if I can do it. Probably because I'm already in. I don't know. But if you know how to hype, please go drop them a hype, because yeah, it actually really helps Sheldon get notoriety, and he's already charted on it.
So articles about some Utah facilities. So Utah Trouble Team facility sued by parents with Utah Teen Treatment Center is being monitored and could be shut down. Any media contact you, no comment, just don't say anything, and then immediately report it to the CEO. Provo Canyon is heavy in the media. Okay, please do not respond to any media. We do predict in the next little bit that Provo Canyon media involvement will actually increase.
Why is that?
A little bit ago, we had a new hire that we did not catch in time. That was a private.
I do not understand why these people are just so verbose about these bad things. Like, they don't expect to be caught and they don't expect to be on camera, but they're just dishing out the tea. I mean, we didn't catch the person who was investigating us early enough. Okay.
Investigator, he wore Camlin glasses with like camera in it. It's corporate hunch that he was hired by Paris Hilton. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. He's going to court. We do believe it's going to reach like federal high level court. And so the big president and CEO says, I want to come down with the full force of the law. So.
Did you read my text?
No, what happened?
Paris Hilton sent an undercover fucking independent. Someone got caught with spyglasses.
Yeah, the last guy who tried exposing this place is now facing multiple felonies and a prison sentence. But me and Sheldon are already used to this. It's going to take more than a federal lawsuit to stop us.
Everybody take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, to be a mental health instructor here, the training was...
No, Ammon is not free. If you folks have not checked it out, I put out a video yesterday. Ammon just got sued for RICO violations. So he's very much not free.
Was a complete joke. I mean, pretty much the only thing Sheldon learned was that Paris Hilton is evil. Yeah, I guess this is the high school that Paris Hilton went to. Since graduating, she's pretty much made it her life mission to shut this place down.
Paris Hilton wants to shut down the Provo Canyon School.
Despite hypothermia and physical beatings from staff, there was no medical care.
It seems like the only thing they want their staff to know when working here is that Paris Hilton is a liar.
Paris Hilton, she came to Provo Canyon School.
I don't know if you folks have heard of a person called.
But we know that that's not true, because going back to the 1980s, they were found liable. There was an injunction against them for doing all sorts of things, like imposing lie detector tests at will. Crazy.
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. They told us.
I never did watch a special that she had on Netflix. I just never had a desire to. People would say, you should watch it. Yeah, but even her own sister Nikki said, yeah, you belong there. You needed to go to that school. She'll tell you that public cancer school actually did help her a little bit. Well, a lot. But she won't say that in front of everybody else because she did such a big uproar.
I gotta call Paris Hilton a liar.
The Provo County Girls School is even worse than the boys' school based on the records. And it would have been wild if they had found a way to get into the girls' school too.
For trying 20 or 30 minutes straight.
It's not parallel. Paris Hilton made it sound. Okay.
So she's a liar.
Well, I guess there actually is one more thing the school wanted their staff to know. how to restrain the kids.
It's just him going again, over 1,000 times today.
Again.
It's literally like brainwashing.
So now the training is complete. But before they can become mental health professionals, our government requires them to pass a state medical exam. The government does this because, I mean, it's pretty.
And kudos to Ben and Sheldon for taking such a heavy subject and finding a way to tell it in a persuasive and compelling way, but also in a way that doesn't just leave you just shaking with the darkness of it.
Pretty obvious. We just want our mental health instructors to know what they're doing. So Sheldon brought his secret cameras to record how Provo Canyon tests its mental health professionals.
You go through this, I cannot give you the answers to these, okay? But I do like apples. I do like.
So here they've just outright recorded attempts to evade state licensing tests. Hugely illegal. You don't even need to know the law of Utah to know that what's happening here is horrific. Like horrifically illegal.
I'm a dog person. So anyways, let's start from number one.
67-year-old man is found unresponsive, not breathing, without a pulse.
Would somebody like cantaloupe to this stuff? I kind of like cantaloupes myself. I'm just saying. You don't have to listen to that.
Like, what? At this point, why even do that? Does this guy think? What is this guy's thinking? Okay, there's only one of two possibilities in this guy's head. Possibility one, there's nobody bad in the room recording me. Possibility two, there is someone bad in the room recording me. Either way, it's not like he's being clever here. Oh, it's a multiple choice test. And if the answer is A, I'll say I like apples. If the answer is D, I'll say I have a dog. Like, do you think that you're going to outsmart if the government finds out about this? Do you think that this little charade is going to outwit the, Utah State Health and Human Services? It's not. This is just absurd.
So to you.
And yeah, the instructor did this for the entire test.
First, the person giving chest compressions is not allowing for complete chest recoil.
You kind of like dogs? I love dogs. Yes, I do. I'm a French bulldog myself. Thank you. I'm just saying. I'm going to eat me an apple in just a little bit. I'm just saying that, okay? You ain't got to listen to me now. It's up to you folks. I'm just saying.
But anyways, even though Sheldon didn't learn anything, he passed his medical test.
Now I'm certified through the American Heart Society.
Let's read this. So Sheldon has successfully completed the cognitive and skills evaluations in accordance with the curriculum of the American Heart Association basic life support CPR and AED program. So it's not shown here, but in order to pass, a CPR test, don't you have to practice CPR? I don't think you can win or pass a test by just multiple choice. You got to do practice CPR, don't you?
Even though we didn't even learn anything, and everyone just spaced out and they gave us all the answers to the test.
But this is when Sheldon realized that they were catching on to him being a secret undercover agent.
He looked at the watch because I was recording, and he goes, "What kind of watch is that?" But and then when I'm going to get the watch, the fucking key lights up and the room was dark, so it was super fucking dumbass obvious.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel a little bit uneasy with it because there's a certain thing that's been kind of watching all of us. And I don't know about y'all. This person, this thing just kind of hangs out. I'm just okay, why are you hanging out? I guess he just looks about and he's like, who are all these people here? Who they?
I fucking started shaking. I've never had that much of a physical reaction to any anxiety. My head was literally twitching, dude. I'm this is crazy. And then he picks up a stuffed animal off the shelf and he's like, it's Curious George.
Anyways, I would like you all to meet my friend George. Yes, you meet George. George can fly anywhere. Just don't drop.
I don't know if there's outtakes or whatever, but why? What is the deal with the George? Why is the monkey there? Why is he even talking about the monkey? I really like to know what the real reason. Okay, look, guys, in the comments below, put your thoughts as to why this guy really wanted to show the monkey, but wrong answers only. Okay, wrong answers only. Put them in the comments.
Okay. Whoa, George.
I thought he was talking about me.
Was it scary?
Yeah, it was scary as hell. I've never been that afraid in my whole life. In that moment, he was talking about a goddamn stuffed animal.
Anyways, Sheldon passed his entire week of training.
I'm now a UNICEF.
And you know what that means. Sheldon is now officially a mental health technician at Provo Canyon School.
Yeah, my name's Sheldon. I'm swing shift A, mental health technician.
Mental health technician.
So it's good that
everything about this is wild. He took a multiple choice CPR class. They didn't do or didn't complete the background check yet, and he's a mental health technician.
that we have Sheldon on the inside as an undercover teacher, but at the end of the day, what we're really trying to find out is this place bad for the kids? And the only way to do that is to send in an undercover kid. And then I realized that, yeah, we definitely can't do that. That's super illegal and just like morally messed up. So instead of sending in an undercover kid, I'm going to be an undercover kid.
You cannot go in there. You're going to go like, it's like 6 felonies.
Yes, there's a couple.
He says in a little bit, he's 30. He's going to pass off as a minor. And Sheldon the whole time is like, this isn't going to work, dude. None of this is going to work. And it just keeps working. It's hilarious.
Problems with me checking myself into this place, such as I just turned 30 years old and the oldest kids they accept here are 17. And Sheldon tried talking me out of the idea for 2 whole days.
Do you think they're really going to believe you're 17 though, Ben? I mean, like, don't you think they're going to want like some kind of proof of you being 17?
Sheldon's right. If this place was ethically ran, they would require me at a minimum to provide my birth certificate before accepting me in here. So this is the test. Is Provo Canyon going to break the law and put a 30-year-old in as a student just because they're money hungry? Or are they going to follow the law and require that I show proof I'm 17 before accepting me in? I went to the Provo Canyon School website to sign myself up, and right away I saw that I actually can't sign myself up, or my parents have to do it for me. So I put an ad on Craigslist to see if anyone wanted to play the role as my dad for a super secret project, and no one responded. So not only am I going to have to be the kid, but I will also be playing the role of my own dad, and I just signed myself up. First, they wanted to know why I was signing my kid, aka myself, up for Provo Canyon.
If your kid has a sexual or gender identity disorders. I said my 17-year-old son is having what he calls gay thoughts. Submit.
I don't know. I just think it's pretty funny that they still accept people in for being gay when being gay stopped becoming a mental disorder in 1987. Also, conversion therapy is banned in Utah, so it would actually be super legal for them to accept me in because of this.
Hello, I would like to sign up my kid for Provo Canyon.
What is your kid kind of struggling with?
Recently, he's been having some homosexual thoughts. We heard that your school can help with that.
What I think is funny is in these videos, a bunch of times there's just like a random new person that I've not seen before. I don't know who this person is sitting next to Ben. It's not Sheldon, but he's just staring straight at the camera. Like, what's up?
And did anyone want to refer him specifically to residential treatment? Like, is he seeing a therapist or psychiatrist or anything?
No.
I was just asking because in order to proceed to what we're going to need to do next is kind of review any of his clinical behavior. So if he hasn't been assessed before, that kind of stuff is going to happen.
They didn't need a birth certificate or anything?
Not yet, no. She just said I just need a note from a therapist.
And she said homosexual thoughts are a condition to get admitted into a fucking treatment? What are you getting treated for?
My homosexual thoughts. What makes this whole situation even crazier is that literally right after this, I start watching through all the footage and I get to a part in Sheldon's training where they literally tell all of the staff that this is literally a gay-friendly environment.
This is the LGBTQIA plus community. This is gender equality. We're accepting and we're understanding of all gender issues. All right. We treat our kids that are trying to find their identity, figuring out their sexual orientation with respect.
Yeah, it seems like this place isn't against being gay at all.
I wonder why they accept me in for being gay then.
Because they want money.
It seems like they might just accept anyone into this place, as long as they have a doctor or a therapist note.
The next step is just get that doctor's note and then call you guys back.
Yeah, I can explain what's kind of going on at home, any behaviors at home, those kind of things.
Dang,
That
dude.
sounds easy enough.
So I just have to go to a doctor and be like, hey, can you write a diagnosis that my kid has gay thoughts?
Yeah.
So I Googled conversion therapist. It turns out there's not many in existence anymore in the United States, but I started calling the few that still do exist. And then I realized that I can't just play my dad and the child at the same time, or else they're definitely going to recognize that it's just the same person playing both roles. And the Craigslist ad to play the role of my dad is still empty. So I got Jordan, the fan that originally told me about this idea, to play the role of my dad.
All right.
Hey, my name's and I have a son that needs to get into some therapy.
But every single time, even the conversion therapist felt bad to send me to this school.
A place called Provo Canyon.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't.
Look how quick the therapist is like, oh, no, I'm not doing that.
of helping people make changes.
The fact that no therapist wants to send me to Provo Canyon School actually makes this place seem more credible to me. It seems like to get sent here, he must have to be a really bad kid. But then Sheldon got done with his first day of work, and when he got home, he told me why a lot of the kids got sent to the school.
All the other kids are just normal. Like one of them's in there for 120 days so far because he used to smoke weed.
That was me. I got sent there for smoking weed.
It seems like a majority of them are just like really annoyed and just completely normal.
This is when I realized maybe it's just hard for me to get sent here because I live in California. The only therapists willing to talk to me are ones with a California license. However, Provo Canyon School is located in Provo, Utah, and according to their own police department, they play differently there.
We play differently here.
This is the exact same city that's currently trying to put me in prison for years, all because I tried to get a few Mormons to return Legos they stole. It's weird how all the conversion therapists in California can see this place as a big red flag. But in Utah, therapists seem to be sending patients here all the time, just for like the smallest things. If only I lived in Utah, it'd be super easy for me to get in, but I don't. I live in California. So I'm gonna have to be extra convincing with the next conversion therapist. But luckily for me, someone finally actually replied to my Craigslist ad.
So basically, yeah, I'm gonna be playing your son, I guess. And
in 5 minutes after meeting my dad, it was time to get on this call.
I want to catch him looking at porn when it involves women. I want that. That would make that would brighten my life. It was the other way around the other day.
One of the main things which I would recommend is for your son called Reckless Ben to just I don't know, just do more.
So Ben's got on the Zoom call, he's got Reckless Ben on the thing. Now I guess the Lego stuff hadn't come out yet, so this guy doesn't know. So he thinks that this 17-year-old kid just hops on and calls himself Reckless Ben. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll sign you up for this horrific school. Sure.
Community service.
So I don't know. My dad wants to send me to this school that he thinks like help my gay thoughts and stuff.
What's this school called?
Provo? Wait, son, what is it again?
Provo Canyon.
My son, what's the name of the school I want to send you to? How does this guy not pick up on this? Like, I'm sorry, this therapist guy, he's gonna have a bad week after this becomes big. Like, this guy is like completely clueless.
Yes.
They had a high ropes course. That looked kind of cool.
You can't be gay rock climbing. They just want to help, and we need your signature. We need your recommendation for that to happen.
And I would love to make that recommendation, but it's something I can't do.
Yeah, even with a professional actor, we couldn't convince this guy to recommend me for Provo Canyon. But this guy from Craigslist is a professional. He was not going to take no for an answer.
The decision that I've made is that I do want to send him to Provo. I need you to see that I am in pain, that we are in turmoil in our home. And we can fix it. There's an entity out there that can help us. You're a good man and you do good things, and this is a blessing that you have this gift to do this. I'm begging you.
It's just
I think your dad will never let this go. So why don't you go for like 2 months just to convince him?
I will say, okay. I don't know how to do polls through Streamlabs. Okay. I'm gonna try though. We're gonna try this. Is Reckless Ben more reckless in Provo Canyon or in Lego? Yes. Okay. I don't know how this will play out, but we're going to do a poll. I don't know if this pops into chat or not. Is Reckless Ben more reckless in Provo Canyon or in Lego? If you can, try to answer, and we'll get back to it here in a little bit.
So my therapist wrote up a letter of recommendation.
Oh, he made a document and signed it. Yeah. Sexual identity confusion, which has been described as unwanted. We might actually get accepted.
I cannot believe you guys just badgered him into signing it. So they're going to let you in for having homosexual thoughts.
I guess so.
After we submitted all the paperwork from the licensed therapist, they gave us a packet of how awesome the school is going to be for me when I arrive. There's a swimming pool. There's a high ropes course. This place looks like a summer camp. Also in the packet, there's a daily schedule for what I'll be doing. There's actually some pretty interesting things in it.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let's back up. I want to look at the list of activities a little more closely. Also, if you haven't got folks, consider becoming a channel member. We don't put very much of a price tag on becoming a member, but it absolutely does help us grow the channel. We've been able to invest recently in like better cameras. We're trying to make the studio look a little bit better. We're trying to get some like nicer cameras and stuff like that. So, if you get a chance, please consider becoming a channel member. All right, let's look at what is in the schedule.
Also in the packet,
okay, so morning routine, amenities, and chores. It's not that bad. Oh, you can sleep until 9 a.m. on the weekend. That's fine. I let my kids sleep till 9 a.m. Morning routine. So you do chores at 7. You get breakfast for an hour, for half an hour. You have goals group, then school for 2 hours. Then you have individual therapy, lunch, psycho ed group. I would love to know what psycho ed group is. And then you do school for another hour and a half, community meeting, physical time. You get an hour for showers and homework. How do you have homework when you only have school? You have school for 2 hours in the morning and for an hour and a half in the afternoon. Like, I know they're going to say you're not learning anything, but honestly, like, what the heck? You've got team building privilege time. Okay.
There's a daily schedule for what I'll be doing.
Oh, you get at 7:30, you get snacks, meds, and hygiene. But wait, explain. Okay, so wait a second. Shower time is at 4:30. Hygiene time is at 7:30. So hygiene and showers are apparently not the same thing here. I'm guessing hygiene is like maybe you can brush your teeth, but they don't have time for you in the morning to have hygiene. So you're only allowed to get hygienic once a day at 7:30 p.m. I don't know if that includes using the toilet. I sure hope you can use the toilet more than just at 7:30 p.m. And then at 8
there's actually some pretty interesting things in it.
You have a mindfulness and you get to journal. This all seems very excited.
This place is kind of expensive, about $1,500 per day. But if this place promises to turn bad kids into good kids and the kids can have a bunch of fun while doing it, for a lot of families, the price is worth it. However, Sheldon has been working here for a few days.
Is they just don't have hygiene at summer camp. The kids never shower. You gotta tell the kids to shower. And like having been a chaperone at summer camp, we basically tell the kids that they are required to shower at least once. And it's either the night before we go home or the morning we go home because we don't want our cars to get all stinky. But yeah, otherwise kids don't take advantage of hygiene time.
Now, and he says the reality of what's happening is just a tiny bit different than what's been advertised.
There's no high rope course. There's no pool.
But on my schedule, it says that there is a pool. It says there is a high ropes course and there's like physical activity time. And
is never. I have that on audio too. The manager said it's never getting reopened.
Swimming pool. Right now, it's just.
Let's just pause here for a moment. Here's the pool. And is this animated? Like, what is going on in that pool? This is just this is like AI or something, right? Like this isn't what the actual pool looks like because this looks horrific.
A hole in the ground, no water in it. There's a crack.
This expired in fucking June, and this is what they were giving the kids. They said they got unlimited Thanksgiving dinner, and you know what they got for dinner?
What? If you haven't responded to the poll yet, respond to the poll.
Okay, so the food could definitely use some improvement, but at least they get a good education, right? Well, they never taught Sheldon how to teach. All the teachers Sheldon shadowed were just playing brain rot TikToks for the kids.
All they do is watch brain rot. Like, that's all they do.
So yeah, it looks like this is what your kids are going to be learning if you send your kids to Provo Canyon School. After reading through my packet, Sheldon said basically everything they're advertising to me is a lie.
So they go to bed at 9 p.m.?
They go to bed way earlier than that. Dude puts him to bed at 7:30,
bro. Really? Because
at
8 p.m.
I have it on audio. He's like, I just put him to bed at 7:30.
I love how Ben is like really good at acting genuinely surprised. Like, my schedule says I get to sleep till 8:30. And what do you mean they're going to put me to bed at 7:30? Like, come on.
Because I don't want to deal with him that much longer.
What, you said that?
Yeah, he was smiling. He thought it was funny.
So do they have physical time from 3:30 to 4:30?
See, that's the thing. It's so stupid it's giving you a schedule like that. They just lie.
But false advertising doesn't seem to be the only problem, because
I don't know if I'd call that false advertising. False, at least not under the law. Obviously, it's deceptive. false advertising is a little bit more particular requirements.
Because I guess they just hire anyone. It seems like all the people who are supposed to be trained professionals have no clue what they're doing.
Today, the nurse in my
If
class
Reckless Ben
was
really
arguing
wants
with
to
me.
be reckless, though, maybe he could bring a Lanham Act federal court case against these guys for false advertising.
I got on a video, like he's arguing with me that you can't overdose on Tylenol. So he needs to know that is actually like really bad that he thinks you cannot overdose on Tylenol. Like, what an overdose is, you took too much of a dose. Over the dose. The 2 words.
But anyways, the last thing I have to do before I'm accepted in as an official student is I have to do one more interview with my dad to make sure we're a good fit. And Sheldon was getting a little bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to make it in as a student.
Yeah, I mean, what would suck is if you didn't get in, and I've just been stuck here.
So, to make me seem like the most rebellious kid in the entire world, I dyed my hair red.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's look at what they're using to dry his hair. This dude's got so much hair.
I dyed my hair red.
Look what she's using a freaking leaf blower on him.
You can see he has red hair. He does not have red hair. He has black hair. He's Caucasian. But he dyed it red. It was just a few days ago.
Ben, do you want to say anything?
First off, he said my hair was red, but it's clearly orange. As you can see, it was like you can see it's like he doesn't even like respect me. You know, it's like.
After this interview, Provo Canyon said they'd get back to me in a week. The only problem is this place is getting really depressing for Sheldon. He doesn't even know if he can last another day inside this place.
What if I just fly up tomorrow, dude?
That would be fucking awesome. This sucks.
Yeah, I'll just fly tomorrow. We'll just figure it out. I'll just show up to the school and I'll be like, hey, accept me, dude. And they'll just accept me or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, let's do it, I guess. It's not going to work.
There's Sheldon again. It's not going to work.
But the next morning, before my flight, Sheldon called me with some devastating news.
I just got fired.
Really?
Dear applicant, Health and Human Services, Office of Background Processing, completed your background check. Because of these findings, you're not eligible to have direct access to children and or vulnerable adults.
That's crazy that they still let you work there even before doing the background search.
Oh my God. The HR manager said it was a rough situation and no one has talked about dismissing you.
Dang.
I'm not fired. Normally you fail the background check and you're fired. I mean, normally you don't start until the background check comes back good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's so weird. They just put
Yeah, because that's what's supposed to happen.
you on.
So even though Provo Canyon found out Sheldon wasn't allowed to work with kids, they just let him keep working anyways, which is super illegal. If someone happened to put all of this evidence in a YouTube video and released it for the entire world to see, this could completely shut the school down.
They have now sunk their ship through their own greed. Because they wouldn't need to keep me right now if they paid a decent wage. They would have enough workers.
If Provo Canyon School is too money hungry to fire Sheldon, then maybe they're too money hungry to do a background check on me, and they'll just blindly accept me in as a 30-year-old. So I ended up getting on my plane flight and flew all the way to Provo, Utah.
Bro, after how genuine I've been, they're going to have trust issues for the rest of their lives after this.
Okay. But now I have to solve a problem that I've been putting off this entire time.
All right. Do you guys want to watch the Sheldon video after this? Let's do this. We're going to try to do a super chat goal. So if we can get 5 super chats in the next half hour, we'll watch Sheldon's video too. All right.
Rate of $1,500 per day.
Yeah, it doesn't help that literally every single video series I've ever put on YouTube has either been demonetized or completely removed.
My last video got taken down.
I do think this one's a little fun. I mean, in the Lego Saga, we all like, okay, he doesn't have everything gets demonetized, but we all now know he's got a huge Patreon, right? Like Bricks and Minifigs tried to get his Patreon shut down. So we know that he's probably got a little bit more than that. 2,000.
Incorrectly taken down. Shadow ban
YouTube keeps taking down all my videos.
They're streaming my videos. Right now, I'm 100% censored.
Wait. This one was definitely the throwing of the cereal bowl or whatever was definitely from the Lego.
YouTube keeps taking down all my videos.
They're streaming my videos.
Right there. This didn't we see this in the Legos? I'm pretty sure we saw this in the Legos.
Right now, I'm 100% censored. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, at the time of filming this, I had a little over $2,000 in my bank account. And with the price of $1,500 per day, I can't even be in here for 2 days. But here's the really bad news.
You have to pay one tuition in advance throughout your child's stay. So you'll also be paying for January. So due today at time of admission, it's going to be $49,400.
Dang, dude. We can't spend $49,000 on this.
On a deposit? Yeah.
Can you believe it's that fucking expensive, dude?
I definitely want that type of money. For 1 month, $49,000.
We'll need a whole 2 months paid in advance to let you in.
Yeah, this is going to be a problem. There's not a chance in the world that I'm finding this type of money anytime soon. But I already flew out here, so I have to think of a plan of how to trick them into letting me in. Don't worry. We'll figure this out. If I truly was money hungry, I would wait the day to get the $49,000. And that's the plan. I give them a fake credit card.
They're probably desperate for students, and then with Sheldon, they're desperate for employees. They've got to maintain a certain ratio of workers to students. So there's some of that going on.
So it definitely declines. I'll tell them that, hey, you guys should just let me in. And if you guys can wait just 2 business days, my bank will approve it.
Okay, so let's start with the first credit card, $49,400. And how much do you want to put on this card?
Everything. There's definitely enough money.
It declined.
It declined?
Yes, probably because it's so big.
Okay, I'll give them a call right now. So I had a fake conversation with my bank to learn that there was fraud put on this fake credit card.
Hi,
I just called my bank. It came up as fraud, actually.
Yeah.
Right when the 48 hours is up, I can just send it right then. They said I'll get it within 48 hours, and they did say they'll approve the purchase, and the money's there.
No, I believe that because it happens all the time, but unfortunately, I can't approve an admission unless I have to try all the funds intact.
Yeah, they still said they can't accept me in until they receive the payment. So I'm going to add some extra pressure. I told them that I'm leaving on a work trip to an uninhabited island with no cell phone service. So they have to accept me in now, or they'll never get me as a student to their school. I actually leave for a work trip today, so it has to be today or else I don't know how I'm going to get in there.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me figure it out for you. Hold on.
They ain't calling back, bro. I'm telling you,
They're calling back. You said they weren't calling back. They're calling back. Hello?
I'm going to go ahead and approve the admission for tonight.
That's just wild.
How does everything you do work? This wouldn't work for anybody else in the entire planet.
Sheldon's like, this shouldn't work for anyone. It only works for you.
3:30, if you guys could be down here by 3:30 to start his admin process.
Okay. It's 1:36 right now. We have till 3. We have like an hour to figure this all out. How are we going to get the spy cameras in? Yeah, we probably should have figured this out sooner, but we definitely can't use the spy pen Sheldon's been using because they don't let students use pens here.
Pen, scissors, pencils. They are not allowed pens. They are not allowed scissors. They are allowed golf pencils.
The only spy camera we thought would work was the spy camera button.
Wow. For their what was it, 3.5 hours a day of school, they're going to write little tiny golf pencils.
There's only one problem. I remember Sheldon telling me that if I go in with spy cameras, I'm definitely getting busted.
They're going to notice you having spy cameras, bro. You can't even shower without them standing 10 feet away.
So I thought the best place to hide the spy camera would be to make a hole in my shoe. But Sheldon was very adamant that even if I put the spy cameras in my shoe, they're still going to find it.
It's crazy. It is literally like a Supermax fucking prison, dude. They strip search you. They search everything.
At this point, I would just keister it, honestly, literally,
They're still going to wand me down. It's still going to go off. We were running out of time until I had to go in. So we just had to make up an idea on the spot of how to get me cameras in after I get strip searched. Here's the plan of what we came up with. It's not the best idea, but it is an idea. We open a bag of chips, put the cameras inside the chips, vacuum seal the chips shut, and mix it in with a bunch of other chips so they blend in. And then Sheldon will just go around the building, handing out chips to all the kids, and hopefully he hands me the bag with the cameras inside. And that's the plan. I guess day 1, I'm not going to have any video. So I just have to recap what happens in a story or something, I guess. And then day 2, I will hopefully have a camera if the chips work. Dude, this is so stressful. Okay. Hey, see Sheldon?
Good man, dude.
Oh, okay. Okay, now that Sheldon's gone, I'm actually starting to get pretty nervous. I was getting nervous to go inside. I remember Sheldon explaining to me how hard it would be to escape.
He does not look like a 17-year-old kid. I'm just sorry.
Super hard to jump.
How tall is it?
Probably 12 or 13 feet without a single grip. You're not going to be able to escape. It's going to be really hard.
And if I can't escape, I'm going to be forced to pay for a month of this place, which I definitely can't afford that. And if I attempt to escape and get caught, there's going to be really bad consequences for me.
If you try and run, they shut down the entire facility. Everybody's on what they call Cat 5 silence. There's no escaping. There's maybe the illusion of escape, that you can create in your mind, but there's no physical escape. People have tried, they've regretted it. They go straight to intervention, which is solitary confinement.
This felt like a challenge to Reckless Ben. Like, there's no physical escape. Yeah, right. Tell that to Reckless Ben.
There's no way to escape.
Yeah, Provo Canyon literally has a room specifically designed for kids that don't follow the rules. If you go into his spy camera footage, this is what the boss had to say about this place.
They don't even go back. They just stay in secret.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Not very wonderful. Yeah.
I mean, what is described here is absolutely...
On Sheldon's very first day of being a mental health professional, one of the kids actually tried to escape.
My kid escaped, and then right as I was leaving, I was about to FaceTime me, the cop rolled up, and she's like, I got in the back. Yeah, now he gets put in the gulag for 2 months.
For 2 months?
Yeah, I got it all. The audio today is crazy, dude.
There's one kid who ran away from police from the back. He was in there for like 2 months, I swear.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So we can't talk to anyone for 2 months.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But as Sheldon kept working, he saw more reasons why kids were getting sent to this room.
Locked a kid in solitary for stealing a bag of chips.
How long do you think he'll be in there? Will he admit?
A week.
Yeah, okay.
If he behaves, it'll be a week. If he continues to be a dumbass, it'll be longer.
Dang. He stole chips. He screwed, huh?
So completely illegal.
Wow.
So completely illegal.
The part that really sucks about this for me is, how am I going to investigate this place? If I ask a single question they don't like, they're going to throw me into solitary confinement. But I was running out of time. And the time ran out. I couldn't film it, but I checked myself in to Provo Canyon School.
I guess it snows in the winter there, huh?
Yo, what up, everyone? We're about to check to make sure we got the footage of Ben, because I don't think anyone's going to believe that this actually worked. Oh, my God. We fucking did it, boys. We got Ben in there. This is insane. Like, this is actually literally, like, sounds like something someone made up. I am so nervous.
Brought chips for everyone.
Yeah. brought chips for everyone. In at least in California, if you're going to bring food for children, there's got to be a lot of requirements that are met. I don't know if you can bring cheese puffs to a school for kids.
Sheldon spent the entire day roaming the halls of Provo Canyon trying to find me. And finally, he found me.
Yeah, everybody. You're on Alta, right? Yeah. Yeah, sick. Cool. Well, I was actually, no, I'm not Alta. I was actually...
But right after he gave me these chips, he heard over his radio that they called it a search to find contraband materials on my unit.
I heard him call a unit search right after I gave him the chips. I'm like, damn it.
Lemonade asks, why couldn't you bring cheese? There's all sorts of regulations about what food's allowed to be brought into schools. I don't know specifically about cheese puffs, but I would question whether it's okay for like the newest mental health technician of this school to randomly walk and be like, hey, I brought cheese puffs for everybody. I don't know. They're just something.
So I have this spy camera button, but I don't have this red jacket I'm wearing right here with the button gun anymore, because I guess when they strip searched me, they took it to look for contraband materials and they just forgot to give it back. So this entire time I've been asking for it back and they never give it to me for some reason.
They said it was supposed to be yesterday and they still haven't got it yet.
Is she not here?
I guess not. They keep saying it's supposed to be yesterday and they kept saying, oh, it'll be done by 9 a.m. today. It'll be done by noon today. It'll be done by 3 p.m. today. And,
I'll go and talk to someone and see what we can do.
But before the teacher could give me my shirt, they did a check on my room for unauthorized contraband. They made all of us fold our pockets inside out. But little did they know, I had 2 pairs of pants on, and the spy button was actually inside my inside pair of pants pockets. So I spent the rest of the day filming inside my pocket because they still didn't give me my shirt back, but eventually they let us have a small break outside.
All right, so here's the deal. I want everyone to do some sort of physical activity. Don't sit in there and just look the sun or let the sun look at you. I'm not fucking around. Just pace, Ben. Just pace around. Go pick up a basketball, dribble it around. Not because I think you're overweight, because I want you to waste your energy so I don't have to deal with your goddamn hyperactivity. You understand that?
So I picked up a basketball and airballed it so hard it landed on the other side of the fence. The fence had mesh on it, so I couldn't hop it. So I climbed this little basketball hoop right here and hopped all the way to the other side.
So this next part is really wild because you think about like a normal school situation. If someone goes delinquent from a regular school, what happens? Like in California, you'd get Amber Alerts, like everyone's cell phones would start exploding if a kid went missing like this. Like all sorts of stuff would go happening or would start happening, and none of it happens here.
I'm getting the ball. I'm getting the ball. Oh, sorry.
I ran through random backyards and houses, and eventually I made it to the city, where I went into a random restaurant and hid in their bathroom. When the coast was clear, I borrowed an employee's phone to text Sheldon and told him to come pick me up.
Yeah! We did it! Yeah! Oh yeah! I was so worried about you, dude! You did it! Dude, yeah!
While we were waiting for my 5-star level to cool down a little bit, I decided to recap what went on inside.
Yeah, I was in the gulag for the first day and a half. Yeah, that had to suck. Yeah, I was in there for like 30 hours.
But finally, after 30 hours of solitary confinement, just so they could get rid of my gay thoughts, they finally thought it was safe to put me in a classroom. The only problem is we didn't learn anything. The teacher pulled me to the side and told me that this is what school was going to be like for me.
School over here is going to be kind of...
They have block cameras there, dude, buddy.
It's going to be kind of demeaning, embarrassing. So. Really?
Yeah, we didn't learn a single thing. Basically, the entire day was just us sitting in a room and the teacher threatening us of how bad it was going to be for us if we misbehaved.
Probably fired. I don't have the patience to talk to people. I would just restrain people.
The crazy thing is none of the kids were even misbehaving. The teacher just was getting some type of power trip from telling all the kids how bad it was about to be for all of us.
Have you guys been with that anxiety? Yeah. The anxiety, it'll kick in. He breathed the wrong way. He's on your ass. He was sitting right next to you. And he will whisper things to you that you would go ahead and just if you realize like you are in a different environment. He would sit down and just tell you things in the ears, and then you would listen to those things and understand that you're in a different environment. But he will legitimately flip out.
It's not like we were busy doing something. It's not like we were misbehaving. He was literally just trying to power trip us. So I went 17 hours without peeing, right? And then we get back.
I mean, what's being described here is not okay under the law. Let's pause it because I think we have gotten actually quite a bunch of super chats. So let's pause for just a moment so we can thank everyone. I'm just going to go down the line. So Katerina, thank you for your gift. Deborah, 2 jewels, thank you. Thos or Toss. I'm awful at pronouncing names, guys. Just flame me all you like if I don't pronounce names right. It happens all the time. Chanel, 2 jewels, thank you. I think we already showed Sheldon's. Are we cooked barbecue? I don't know. No spoilers. We will get to the rest of the story here in a little bit. I've got a good reason why I think you may not be cooked. Certainly sneaking into a school may be problematic, but there are other things happening that may take them away from this. Miguel, 10 jewels, thank you. $5 from Mercenary. I'm not giving any spoilers here, but all I'll say is if there isn't a federal investigation of the entire state of Utah, I say take away statehood. Man, the wild thing about Utah is how many Netflix documentaries taking place in Utah have there been in like the last 2 or 3 years? Like people are getting rich doing documentaries in Utah. And then Mercenary gives another one. The answer for that poll, the answer is yes. Yeah, I messed up the poll, by the way, guys. I see that now. I will show it. But is Reckless Ben more reckless in Provo, Canyon, or Lego? And everyone just says yes. Because, yeah, that is what's going on. Let's see. Squid Spaghetti gifted 5 barbecue counselor memberships. Thank you so much, Squid Spaghetti. Brandon Mitchell became a channel member. Thank you. WM33776 became a member. Thank you so much. Carbonated Greek, 10 jewels. Thank you. Aunt Lala, 10 jewels. Thank you. With the flag. Happy poop. Mercenary, $2. He said he had to animate the audio only portions. Yeah, I think that was in reference to the pool. I don't know. I mean, I sure hope that was just like graphic AI, whatever of the pool. I hope that's not what the pool really looks like. That was horrendous. Mercery says there's no polling in chat. There's no polling chat. Yeah, I tried to do it through StreamYard, so it had limited success. I think. We'll learn out. Everything I do here is like the first or second time I do anything. So have some patience with me if the technology doesn't work quite right. You also said they only have audio, had to put a visual. Remember, Ben said at the start of the video about hiring an. Yeah, I just couldn't tell if that was like a photo or if that was like a graphicked up a pool thing that was like maybe it was like lined in plastic or something. Procaccini worship guitar for $5. What legal action do you recommend Sheldon or Ben take against Provo Canyon? I don't think Sheldon or Ben have any claims against Provo Canyon. You need something to bring a lawsuit. You need something called standing. Means you have to be the one that suffered the injury. Because they snuck onto campus and contrived Ben's attendance when he was clearly not of appropriate age. I don't think that they could bring a claim against Provo Canyon. They would have problems with standing, and even with respect to like what we're seeing here with Ben being in the room for a long time. There's an issue of something called unclean hands. If Ben was already kind of up to sneakiness and being kind of sneaky, courts will look at the equity of that and say you didn't come in with clean hands. You kind of knew already what you were getting into. So I don't think they really have a cause of action against the school. Don V for 200 joules. Thank you. Flow State. Julie Suker, party on with Sheldon's video. All right, we will. I think we hit the goal. Tyrannosaurus Rick, Sheldon is going viral. Here's number one. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad that Sheldon is going viral. Doss, another 10 joules. Good game. Thank you. Sheldon for $2. Sheldon cut. All right, I have gotten the right URL. I had the editors and the mods give me what we think is the Sheldon cut, but Sheldon, we're gonna play your interview too because that made me laugh so freaking hard. So we're gonna play both. Make bots not love for $1. And by the way, it's not just make bots not love; it's make barbecue not love. If more people made barbecue in the world, the world would be a happier place. We'd have less conflict in the world. Randy on the run for $2. Thank you. Rachel Linder for $2. We want Sheldon's. Rose investigates, hypes, reset tomorrow. Use them on Sheldon's video. Yes, everyone, please. So we will. Maybe one of the mods can help me. Let's get Sheldon's video in the chat, and if everyone could go and hype it, I'd appreciate it. Scoobs 4 for $10. Let's do this. Yes. All right, let's do it. Tyrannosaurus Rick for $10. BJC said they saw something on the website indicates DoD support at 1,500 persons per day. Why would they need DoD aid? Well, look, schools are always going out and getting grants. It's not a matter of do they have enough tuition coming in, which by the way, I think they probably don't have enough tuition coming in. But these schools, they're all listed as, because they're benefiting the community. They all try and go and get as many grants as possible. Why? Because the federal government is a big giant sugar daddy and they offer money for everything. So, everyone's like, let's get some of that. The DoD supports all sorts of stuff and not anything related to defense. So, WD for oil. I like turtles. I like turtles. I remember that meme. I'm old enough to remember when that meme became a meme. Back when memes were not even called memes back then. Prakachi worship guitar, $5. Fifth teal chat. Let's go. Yes. Dawsamon, 10 joules. Happy poop. Hooray. And I'm not going to pronounce your name. Ollie's Q070I, $100. Wow. Thank you so much. Big super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jay Fizzle, 10 joules. Hiding. I don't with these joules. Do people get to type in something? I don't know what the hiding. I see like happy poop and hiding. I don't know where that comes from. I don't understand joules. Mercenary X21 another $5. Thank you so much for all the super chats today, Mercenary. Seriously, this Provo school is bordering on really bad levels of bad. I'm not going to say the word out loud. We all know what that refers to. I swear, really bad crimes. I completely agree. I don't understand how in this day and age there are places like this. But America is a vast country and much of it is empty of people. So that has something to do with it. Jay Fizzle, 10 jewels, gold coin. Nigel Weatherbone, another 10. See his 10 jewels said hiding, whereas Jay Fizzle said gold coin. That's what I don't understand about how the jewels work. Mercenary, another $2. Thank you. Couldn't others use the video for negligence? Yes, this video can be evidence in certain circumstances. I mean, you might have to call Ben or you might have to call Sheldon as a witness in order to get them to authenticate it. But yes, in under the right circumstances, this documentary could be evidence in a lawsuit. Absolutely, it could be. Law Nerd Amber, $5. Great streams today. Thank you. Yeah, 2 streams today. I never done it before, but this story, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I've watched Reckless Ben's documentary here like 3 times, and I've watched Sheldon's like 3 times. They're just great. I mean, the subject matter is dark. They have a way of making it lighter while still being compelling and persuasive. And I've watched them a lot. They're awesome. So I was talking with some friends. I'm like, why don't we just try a second stream tonight and do something a little more lighthearted? We did Lindsay Clancy earlier, and that was pretty rough. CMAD 34 Marine. This is a prime example of how corrupt many institutions, whether private or public, are. We see it every day with all the fraud going on. For decades, people have been abusing systems entangled with federal and state dollars. Oversight is just as corrupt. Yeah, I mean, there needs to be better oversight here, obviously. I mean, no spoilers about where that comes in, but this has been known for about 40 years at least. So toss them on for another 10 jewels. This time it's just a W for win. Absolutely. And Alice 6611 for treat. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I said it, but CMAD Marine for $49. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that, folks. All right. So let's get into let's get back to the story.
I had a kid at Hillville from California. Exactly the same issue. Parents were Christians. They had a Christian school from California.
As we were having this conversation, we were passing the high ropes course.
We did the high ropes course? What was that? We did the high ropes course? No. They haven't used that since the 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, why is it here if we can't do it?
Attitude. No, that's a nice pool though, huh?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's the indoor pool or the outdoor pool.
Oh, are we together after this?
Yeah, this one.
It doesn't work. How does the pool not work?
Because there's a crack at the bottom of the base.
Did they fix it?
That's been broken for a couple of years now.
Why?
I mean, broken for a couple of years. It's just wild. It's just wild.
They fixed it
because it costs. I think they said it was going to cost like $50,000.
That's like one day for like 30 kids.
Yeah, they're never going to fix it.
Really? Why not?
Why? They're rather just spend like cheap money.
What happens when a kid escapes?
The cops are out looking for him.
Wait, the cops are looking for me right now?
Yeah.
Am I like an Amber Alert?
Yeah. They said 10-11 at a high school for a possible runaway.
What's that? Was it 10-11?
I have no idea.
Anyways, I ended up just flying home, and now I'm back in Los Angeles. And 2 days later, they called the dad version of me saying they had a very important update, and I had to call them back immediately. She said that it's very important that I call you guys right now. What's going on?
I ran your credit card now, and it's declined twice again. So we need to get something worked out today, as I told you before. Do you want to call your bank and have them see what the issue is? But it is plain.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, I no wonder Lydia told me to call. This is a very important problem.
But a few hours later, they finally thought it was.
So I think at some point they figured it out, and they kind of figured out what was going on, because like this takes a turn pretty quickly.
A good idea to tell the dad version of me that the kid version of me was missing.
Ben jumped the fence and escaped, and we're still trying to find him. He kicked him over the fence, I guess, and then climbed over the fence and ran. So I think they did chase after him. They were unable to find him. So I know the police have been notified. So they are looking for him.
Well, I got called from an unknown number earlier today. It was actually Ben, and he talked to me. He did say he would come back, but he gave me a list of demands, I guess, and he said one.
This list of demands part is wild. I don't even understand like what was going on in these people's minds when this happened. I don't even get it.
To complete these list of demands, he'll come back.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yes, my plan is to blackmail them with bad press that they lost one of their kids. And the only way they can get this bad press to end is by improving their facility for the rest of the kids.
The first one was, he said, fix the high ropes course.
He should have told them to do the chicken dance. That's what he should have done. He should have said, my son will come back, but you have to do the chicken dance.
The second one, he said, fix the pool. The next one, he said, just feed them like edible food. It doesn't have to be good. It has to be edible. The next request was, he actually wants to learn some stuff. If it's a school he wants to learn. He would not like the kids to be in solitary confinement, was his last request.
As they're listening to this,
Ben said there was one kid who stole a bag of chips, and he was going to be in solitary confinement for 2 weeks.
Oh, I don't know.
And he said if you guys can complete those list of demands, he said he'll actually come back.
And for every day they don't do these lists of demands, is every day that they now have a missing student. It looks like Provo Canyon now has a very big decision to make. Do they improve their facility, or do they risk getting shut down?
I know the pool is in the park, so they need a lifeguard. So the pool will be up and running. I don't think it's full of water currently. I think we don't have a lifeguard. So I think that's been our hang up with the pool. I think the golf course is functioning. Food, Provo Canyon's very average.
I mean, the cheese puffs would be an improvement.
Well, it seems like Provo Canyon's going to choose to improve their facility.
The pool is supposed to be up and going as soon as we get somebody certified in lifeguarding.
But I wanted to add urgency to get these demands done as fast as possible.
I'm just worried about my son. Do you think, because I'm worried he's going to die out there, do you think you could get the pool rebuilt fast? That way I don't have to worry my son's going to die?
I can definitely work on that. I can call over there and see what their status is on the pool. I can DoorDash food, so we can get food sent to him if you want to twice a week, so he has like normal good food.
Well, I don't think he just wants it for him. I think he wants it for all of the kids.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that then. That's very nice of him.
Dude, they might actually meet the list of demands. That'd be sick.
So the next day,
he always has some optimism that these people, these bad actors are going to act good. It never happens.
Called back.
I don't know when the pool will be fixed, I guess. And I don't know I guess they're working on it. It's like a bigger construction problem.
He said he's not going to show his face again until we meet those listed demands. So I was wondering, is there any way that maybe I can talk to the CEO or anything and I can help you guys get these listed demands met faster? Because I just really want to see my son again.
Yeah, no, me too.
I was getting worried that Provo Canyon was going to claim that these listed demands are too hard for them to do.
So the weird thing about this is the kid has just been missing and they don't say anything. And they don't seem to be very concerned about any of it. At this point, I kind of feel like maybe they're catching on.
But I'm prepared because I've already done all the math on this company.
How many kids do you think are in Provo Canyon?
256.
So that times 365 days of the year, that's $91 million a year. Do you think it costs $91 million a year?
Is that math right? Hold on. 265 times 365. Times, what was it, 1,500 a day? I think it's more than that. I come out to 145 million.
To run this place?
No, they pay us 17 an hour. They could pay like 40 an hour.
How much staff is working there?
With teachers and everything, I'd say like max 50. I mean, probably closer to like 35.
With this calculation, I'll estimate all the employees cost about $5 million a year, leaving the CEO with about $86 million left over.
So where's all the money going?
It's a for-profit company. It's going in the owner's pocket.
So this guy, Tim Marshall, is the CEO of Provo Canyon School, and from my research, it looks like he doesn't really do anything to help the facility. So basically, his only job now is he's a spokesperson, and he argues with the government to keep this place open.
This company,
basically, in the grand scheme of things, my list of demands are going to cost him basically nothing, but it will really help the kids out. But the thing is if the school doesn't want to take my advice, then a story could leak that they lost a kid, and that could shut down the school. So I'm going to call them again and see if they're ready to improve their facility.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice.
And they didn't answer.
Symphonia,
so I called
did you
again.
see that
So
I
calling
made my thumbnail
son.
image bigger, by the way? I did it for you.
Any updates? If you have any updates at all, like just literally any updates. If you guys can just let me know any updates, even if you haven't found them, guys, literally just let me know any updates.
They figured out what
it seems like you're blocking me, which kind of sucks, but yeah, if you can just like call me back, that'd be great. So the lesson here is if you're a parent sending your kid to Provo Canyon and your kid escapes, instead of looking for your kid and trying to help out the parent, they're just going to block the parent. They'll just block you. But after a couple months, they finally answered.
This is Sherry.
Hello. I'm just calling to see if you guys were able to find my son.
Okay, and we're calling on the balance on the account?
Well, I'm calling because I guess you guys lost my son, and I was just wondering if he ever returned.
So yeah, there's just a balance on the account. Did you want to take care of that today?
Well, is it okay if I ask about my son first, and then we can figure out all the money stuff, or? So I tried calling again.
Provo Canyon School, how can I direct your call?
He was in there for only 2 days, and then he escaped. And so I was wondering if you guys have any information on where he's at.
I don't know who you're talking about. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't have any information for you.
They gave up on finding me. Dang.
This is like I was saying before, like there's all these new characters always showing up. I don't know who is the person in the car.
Well, that sucks.
Maybe this is a new processor.
So I'll just be lost forever and no one cares. But just because they gave up doesn't mean I'm giving up. I went all the way back to Utah and found some random people in Utah that said they were down to help with the video. Maybe you could just be like, yo, I met them up in the mountains or something. I'm a mountain person also. Yeah, you could pretend to be a mountain person and be like, we're both.
Who is this person he's talking to?
With mountain people. Don't leave unless there's proof that they're going to do those listed demands. Yeah. Be like, we're running out of food up in the mountains. We can't survive much longer.
My friend, I gotta get him to come back here, but he doesn't want to come back. Like,
What's your friend's name?
Ben.
I'm Joe, pretty much leading a lot of field there.
He's not contributing anything. He was just like, I'm not going back till they fix this and this and this and this.
Got it. So
I hate to leave this on a cliffhanger, but if you want to see what happens next, then come back for part 2. Also, if you enjoyed the video, then subscribe to Patreon for a ton of more behind-the-scenes stuff. The 4th LEGO video is still coming out soon. Just want to make sure it's perfect before I release it. Huge shout out to Sheldon for working in this place for a full month, and shout out to Jordan for giving me this idea. And if you have a mystery that you need solved, or like a crazy problem in your life that you can't solve yourself, then email me at this email. But I'm getting a lot of requests, so I can't do everyone's video. I want to do everyone's video because every video you guys are submitting me is awesome, but I literally can't do every single video. I don't have enough time.
What are some of these? Let's see. Lawsuits, Bam and McNeff crime family. Yes, that's the one he should do. He should do a story on the McNeff crime family. That would be something that we haven't heard about.
Guys, I'm sorry.
All right.
Imagine your kid starts getting into trouble and a professional tells.
So that is the. Why am I only showing tiny? There we go. So that was, I guess, part 1 of the Provo Canyon. So we're going to we hit our goal. So we're going to watch the Sheldon cut. And we have a friend of the channel who is going to join us to tell us all about this wild story. I think I can do this. Let's see. We're going to add Sheldon himself.
Yo,
hey, how's it going?
This is so cool. Wow, I was not expecting this. This is so cool.
I wasn't either, but the chat was like, hey, get Sheldon in here. So let's do it.
Thanks,
awesome.
chat.
I hope this works. We're using StreamYard, and you're like the first guest I've ever had on StreamYard. We tried to have Tony from LUS on a few weeks ago, and we were using a different software, and it didn't work great. So hopefully this works better. But dude, thank you for being on. Thank you for being on. Like,
of course,
this is wild. I've been watching your stuff since you started posting about Legos. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
the first thing I thought we'd do is I was laughing pretty hard at your interview that you gave.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I thought we might watch that. I don't like, we weren't planning this, so I didn't have like questions or anything to come up for you, but I mean, how freaked out were you by some of this stuff?
Oh man, dude, I don't think people can even understand. I mean, and then like the job was just so terrible. It was the worst place I've ever been. I remember I would tell Ben, this is my literal hell on earth. I'm like, this is my own personal hell, is that place. Like sometimes there'd just be kids screaming like souls of the damned. It was, dude, just the worst place on earth. It should, I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I was pretty stressed out, man, especially with like on my third day getting told, I think it was my second day I got told that the federal court stuff was happening. So I'm like, if at any point I mess up and they catch on, I'm like so screwed. I had like 10 subscribers at the time and like negative money in my bank account.
So like while you were there, the monkey thing, what was the deal with the monkey? Like, why?
That's what he did. That there was no context before that. There was no context before that. I told Ben, I'm like, are they fucking with me? What's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what are they on to me? I'm like, are they? Because I was telling Ben I was leaving breadcrumbs as a joke, you know, like Hansel and Gretel, like breadcrumbs that I was a private investigator. And I'm like, maybe they're leaving breadcrumbs that they're on to me now. But I think he's just really cringe and does that every orientation. Because then he went on a whole speech about how Curious George like has traveled all around the world with him and seen kings and queens, and he made a whole, mind you, this is an orientation for a school, and he went on a whole speech about Curious George. I don't know. So I think
it's just lunatic kind of weirdo stuff.
Yeah, that guy was so cringe, dude. I mean, you heard he's like, whoa, you know what I mean? It's like, what are you, Mickey Mouse, bro? Like, I don't know.
And so then the other one I was wondering is the pool. Like, does the pool look like what is shown in this video, or is it?
No.
Was that just animated, or?
Yeah, that's just animated. No, that shit doesn't even. Yeah, that the windows were like so dirty you couldn't even see into them, and it looks like a dirty greenhouse. Like, dude, I cannot stress to you how disgusting that school was. Like, there were kids picking up dirty towels off the ground in the laundry room. Like, I really wish, like, if I could go back and do the video now, I'd have way better footage. It's just, this was my first like undercover mission or really any time doing a video.
Oh yeah.
So I was like more paranoid than I probably should have been, but I didn't get caught and I did get some good footage. So it's kind of like, I kind of went for like a lower risk, but like a guaranteed success kind of mission, if that makes sense. So a lot of the footage isn't the greatest, but I'm filming on a car key. You ever filmed on a car key before?
I don't even know how I would do the car key thing without like, hey folks, here's my car key, you know.
Well,
like,
so what I did
obvious.
is I put it, that's why on the spy camera you hear my keys. I had, every door was locked. It was an institution, so I left it on my keychain. So whenever I'd open a door, so there's plenty of footage. It's just most of the day it's just in my pocket, but there was no way for me to, just like you said, like obviously at the moment I handed Ben the chips, and when I got him inside of there, which we see in my video better, I walk up to him and I just pulled it out because I'm like, I have to get this footage. But most of the day I was just working a job, so there's nothing really like that entertaining to film, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, what you're saying about technology makes sense. I've been doing this for like 2 months now, and stuff just it's a lot harder to figure out some of this stuff, like and microphones and stuff. You know, and trying to do it while under the pressure of being undercover that's the part that I don't think I would have the balls to do this. Like,
no, it was hard. I mean,
for doing it,
they had no idea. I mean, they had no idea either. I mean, I did really good. Like as far as like acting goes, like I just played everything off. There were a couple times they like kind of like were pretty suspicious because I had the exact same backstory as the guy who got caught before, and I had everything about my story was the same as his. To verbatim. Even when he quit, he said something happened with his mom too, or he had a family emergency. It's like, it's so bad, you know what I mean? But I didn't get caught and he did. I don't know. I also didn't go in there with Meta Ray-Bans. So that, you know, kind of probably wouldn't recommend going in with Meta Ray-Bans into an institution. I'm going to be honest.
Now no spoilers if it's coming up, but was there anything like any follow-up against you?
No, they had no idea. No, they had no idea. We never got caught.
I have a theory about that. We'll get to it in a little bit when we get past.
I'm
videos.
interested. Yeah. Cause
let's show we've got, oh wait, I've got to make sure I can see you. Hold on. Oh, I got to do that. There
nice. I'm back.
We can do it this way. And then am I not showing? Why is it not showing the thing? All right, we're going to do it this way because at least we can see it. All right, dude, I watch this like 4 times a day.
No way.
You guys are hilarious in this. For those of you that don't know.
Hey, everyone. Sorry, everyone go subscribe to Jammin' Dude. He's so close to getting monetized. He wants to be a professional YouTuber like us, and I really want him to make it, dude. He's a good dude, and he's really funny, but he's short 170 subs. So if 170 people subscribe right now, he can become monetized like tomorrow.
Is this Sender? This is him?
Yeah, this is Jammin' Ben. Yeah,
Jammin'
Ben from Ben
There's
Swap.
too many Bens. There's Reckless Ben and Jammin' Ben, and then from the Legos, you've got Ben Gorman, and you've got Ben, the guy in the car. There's so many.
That Ben doesn't count. That's the Ben that will not be named by Sheldon because I got spanked for going too hard on him. So I don't know what Ben you're talking about even.
All right, so here's the interview. This is hilarious.
So today we got Sheldon Norcross. He infiltrated Provo Canyon School, and we went into depth with this interview, and I think you guys are going to enjoy. So stay tuned.
Oh, yeah. What up, everyone? It's your boy, Sheldon Norcross. We're here for interview number 2 about how I became a mental health technician in Utah.
So our first question.
Okay, I have a question of the mental health technician. What is the actual, like, what was the job description of mental health technician? Like, what were you supposed to be doing if you were doing your job there?
Basically prison guard. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was literally a prison guard, bro. I had to go open like doors for kids if they had to use the bathroom because the bathrooms were all locked. So every time, so basically, like, I never told the kid no to water or the bathroom. Actually, I let them do whatever they wanted, pretty much. When I walked on the unit Ben was on to hand out those chips, the kids that knew me were like, "We got Sheldon today." You know what I mean? Because it's like, and then you saw the guy Ben had. He wouldn't even let him use the bathroom after 16 hours. Like, dude, yeah, like I was just trying to be like as cool as possible because I'm like, I don't care about this place's rules, you know. But that's what I was. I was the guy you had to come to if you wanted to go get water, or you had to ask my permission for everything. And I'd tell him like, please do not ask me if you want to go get the water, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care.
And did anyone at the school have any like issues with you just coming in with like bags of chips for people?
No. Okay. So this is like really behind the scenes. Let me explain to you. It's a really long story how I finessed that. Yes, I was not allowed to do that. There was another staff member who had, and I caught this, he had people transfer. There were different units. So I was not allowed to go to different units, but he was a lead. And he's also one of the guys I shadowed with. He had kids move from his unit to mine. And he came and got them because you're allowed to hand out stuff on your unit. So he went and got the kids that had just gotten moved after he had promised it.
Yeah.
So I walk up to him and I'm like, "Hey, I promised these kids that got moved to your unit chips. So I just brought some for everybody. Can I hand them out?" Because I saw him do the exact same thing. And he said, yes. And I had asked other units. It's just like one of those things, like everything worked out because other people had told me no. And so it would have been, I'm like, I really hope Ben goes here. I knew it was like 85, 90% chance he'd go there. I'd asked all the kids where he would probably go. I made sure of it. It was the transition unit. And then I handed out the chips and obviously like, you know, nothing with like kids in the video and stuff, but he wasn't there. And then I ended up back on that unit helping a kid grab stuff. And I saw it. I should have got it on camera, but it was Ben Menzen, his paperwork for Provo Canyon School. And that's what I mean. There was a lot of footage I could have grabbed if I wasn't so paranoid, but I'm like, yes, he's getting moved to this unit. So then I just kept walking out and telling my lead, like, she was this lady I really didn't like. She kept bossing me around. Like, it was so annoying because I'm like, dude, I don't even care about this job. You know what I mean? She would like, I don't know. But so then I found Ben. That's when I find him in the hall, right as he's getting moved out of the gulag. Wow. And that guy, I don't know if he questioned it or not. I can't find the footage, but I know for a fact after like 20 minutes, I heard, can I get this manager to this unit for a unit search? And that's when I booked it out of there.
Was that just coincidence, you think? Or
I don't know. It was like right after I handed out the chips to everyone. I don't know. Or I was just like so anxious. I like misheard, you know what I mean? But I still remember it clear as day. So I don't think so.
All right, let's watch the comedy bit here, and then we'll get to your video.
brings me into like what mental illnesses were required to be a part of this role. Like, what did you have to put on your resume that you have?
I just put that I drove forklifts on my resume, and then I got the job.
When you were driving forklifts, did you have like
to become a mental health technician? Your experience was hold on, let me pause. To become a mental health technician, your experience was forklift driver.
Yeah, that's true too. It's not even a joke.
That's ridiculous.
Did you do per shift?
How many mental healths did I do per shift? All of them.
Ballpark number?
Yeah, I don't know, like 10, maybe 20.
It's interesting. Here's a good one. What's your credit score?
Yeah, I don't know what that has to do. What does that have to do with Provo Canyon School?
Yeah. How many push-ups can you do in 30 seconds?
How many push-ups can I do in 30?
I mean, you guys are tongue in cheek with all this, but this is a more rigorous interview than it sounds like you went through to actually get the actual job.
Yeah, this is a harder interview. These questions were hard compared to that. That was just like show up and you got the job. I mean, I don't know how you could have not got hired.
Yeah.
30
like
seconds.
Impossible.
Is this an interview about the school I worked at?
Because like our sources say that you had to do push-ups on a daily basis.
No.
Did you ever get written up?
I plead the fifth.
Spell psychiatrist.
But what else? Fucking all right. FUCKYOW. Psychiatrist.
W? Y-O-W.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Why are you getting defensive?
Defensive?
Do you need me to bring you a mental health specialist?
Yeah. Let's call him in. Let's hit him up. Got his number.
I was going to ask, do you know any?
Yeah, me.
I think now is a good time for you to call a mental health specialist because you seem like you're getting pretty upset.
Mm-hmm. Give him a call.
Did they call it Provo Canyon because somebody from one of the mental health specialists was thrown into a canyon?
No, I think it's because I don't think anyone was ever thrown into the canyon of Provo. I think it's called Provo Canyon School because it's in Provo Canyon.
Are you sure?
If I had to guess.
Interesting. Also, it's.
But the other Provo Canyon, the girls' school, is not in Provo Canyon.
True.
Just kind of strikes me like I feel like you're still getting a little defensive. So.
Right.
Were you forced to bring your own mental health, or did they provide that for you?
Yeah, it was in the welcome packet.
They uploaded it to my
Erlang chip.
Did you ever meet Mr. Provo?
No.
How deep was the Provo?
I don't know. I should ask him. So I have a question for you. Are you completely secure in your looks?
Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't say I really.
Well, I think we're done here. Because if you're going to be disingenuous with me, we're done.
So, this is a good one. Would you say looks maxing is technically a form of mental health treatment?
Worst interview ever. You suck.
This is
We
great.
need the mic back.
This was so funny.
Yeah.
So, seems like we got a pretty good interview today. We talked to Sheldon Norcross about the Provo Canyon. I think we asked some pretty good questions. I think he enjoyed our interview and
nice.
Should just cut it.
Let's not get into the bloopers because it's getting late, and I know we want to watch your full video. So
yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's switch over. All right, so the Sheldon cut. This is great. I think I saw this one first. To be
really
fair to
wow,
Ben.
yeah, I feel
saw
like
this one first.
Well, I tried not to include a lot of people were like some of the backlash I got is like you guys didn't prove anything. And I'm like, if me and Ben just released the same footage and the same you know what I'm saying? Like we had to make different videos. If I just made the same video as him, it would make no sense. It would provide nothing.
All right, here we go.
Do I sit here?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here is okay?
Yeah.
This spot?
Yeah.
All right.
Before we get started, can you state your name for the record?
Sheldon Norcross.
And Sheldon, what are we here to talk about today?
Me becoming a certified mental health technician in Utah.
In 10 words or less, can you describe Provo Canyon School for me?
Actually, hell on earth. Disgusting, disturbing, abusive, demoralizing, insanity.
The youth treatment facility,
right.
Provo Canyon School. Provo Canyon School, the boarding school socialite Paris Hilton spent years fighting to close.
Once they're put there,
And I don't know if you guys knew this, but we found a case going back to like the 1980s about this, and it's like the same stuff.
Really?
I mean, back in the 1980s, they were giving kids like random spot lie detector tests and stuff.
What?
Yeah. Just completely. I mean, this is not new stuff for these guys. It's been going on for years.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the school becomes their legal guardian. Legally, Provo Canyon becomes the owners of them. So they're essentially slaves, that place. I mean, they have no legal rights to leave. If they leave, the cops are going to come bring them back. They're just stuck. So the interview process was very weird. I was given a piece of paper to fill out myself. So as I'm filling this out, I set down my other spy pen and my spy car key on my notebook I brought. And so basically the interview was fill out this paper full of interview questions. And then he asked me like 2 questions. And then
what I love is the guy's just sitting on his phone. Was he doing that during the interview? Or
yeah, that was my
interview.
interview. He just handed me the interview questions to fill out and then asked like 1 or 2 questions. And then he said I'd make more at McDonald's and stuff. I don't know if it's in here.
I don't think we saw that. That's wild though.
Yeah, I should have. I don't know what. Yeah, that didn't make it in the final edit. But yeah, he's just like, you'd make more at McDonald's. I don't know. He says that in the interview. It's the worst interview I've ever seen. I've ever been through. It was insane.
Then I had the job. It was
and nice shirt, by the way. I did clock the awesome shirt.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the Bricks Minifigs or the
if you're just here because you need the money or whatnot, again.
No, it's not like that. Yeah, I wouldn't even apply. It's like a passion of mine. Like I'd really like to help you.
Yeah. So
and by the way, I did not get arrested when I went in. I have the evidence that I had walked away with swag. They did not trespass me, so I had better successes than you guys did.
I feel like you'd be good.
Okay. The bar was extraordinarily low.
Provo Canyon is heavy in the media. Okay. Please do not respond in the media. Don't repost media on social media. We do predict in the next little bit that Provo Canyon media involvement will actually increase.
Why is that?
A little bit ago, we had a new hire and we did not catch in time. That was a private investigator, and he wore camera glasses with like camera in it.
Oh my god! He said camera lens glasses.
Camera lens.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was talking about freaking if you look at the Rob Bliss lawsuit, which I obviously used to read a lot after doing this, it says he got caught with the really bad ones, the ones that are like super obvious. I said it earlier. They're like Meta Ray-Bans.
The Meta ones.
So obvious, dude. I cannot believe he thought he was going to be able to pull this off with Meta Ray-Bans.
So the week made it through new hire, made it into the week on the floor of St. Anthony Kids with his glasses on. We believe it's our hunch, that it's corporate's hunch that he was hired by Paris Hilton. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So we do.
How'd you guys catch?
It is going to clear.
How'd you guys catch him?
The kids were starting to get suspicious. Reported it. Do you believe it's going to reach like federal high level court? So
what's going to court?
Yes, we're taking him to court.
Oh wow!
Violated HIPAA.
Yeah.
We recorded patients inside the treatment centers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. As I'm recording it, it's so funny.
Yeah. The training process was absolutely laughable. It was impossible to fail. They gave us the answers to everything if we didn't know it.
That was the other thing is the giving the answers. What were these guys thinking? Like,
I agree with you. Made a very valid point by not just saying what the answer is and doing that weird code. It's like he thought it was some kind of like loophole, but you're right. Like, why?
So I always, obviously I'm a lawyer, right? So I always look at this through the lens of how will this look to a jury? If he was just up front, he probably would have looked a little bit better, but the obvious trying to evade, like, I have a dog, I'm going to go eat an apple after this. That stuff, and he doesn't know he's being recorded, obviously, but if that stuff ever gets in front of a jury, it's just going to make the jury hate them. Just like the Ammon McNeff crap, right? Like the stuff that guy said, and it's just going to make any average human being hate these people. And this is a school, so it's all the worse. So
yeah, no, I agree.
It's just crazy.
Throughout the entire process.
So as we go through this, I cannot give you the answers to these, okay? But I do like apples. I do like bananas. I like cantaloupes. I'm a dog person. So anyways, it's question number
67-year-old man is found unresponsive, not breathing, and without a pulse.
Would somebody like cantaloupes and stuff? I kind of like cantaloupes myself. I'm just saying, you don't have to listen to that.
Listen to the questions, dude. Like, why are you giving me the answer? Like, they're so serious. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, are you serious, dude? I was sitting there like, that's why the camera, I didn't know it was upside down, but Ben, you can flip it around, but it's whatever. You guys get it. I pointed it towards myself to show me answering every question as he said it, and I made sure to not do anything. You know what I mean? I made sure to not like make sure he gave me every answer. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't even
like how hard were the questions, honestly? Like
he did this for every test for the orientation.
There was more than one.
Yeah, but my footage corrupted, but I'm sure like everyone believes me. Like I at least got the main one I got a certification for, but there were other ones for the mental health technician after this, and he did the same shit. It's just my files corrupted. I was dude. We pulled this off on like a budget of like poverty, dude. I was like one night I ate croutons for dinner, dude. Like I had 10 subscribers and I had like this 15-year-old laptop. And I remember Ben being like, "Oh, it can't be that bad." And then he got there and he's like, "Dude, that is so bad." And it's like, it was so bad that I couldn't transfer footage. I couldn't transfer footage from the SIM card and play a video at the same time. And it would just start like replaying the same frame over and over and like freeze, and the laptop would shut down and it kept corrupting footage. We lost so much footage. It was so annoying. So I lost the other footage corrupted, but we got this at least.
This is crazy.
Not allowing for complete chest recoil. What is your next course of action?
You kind of like dogs? I love dogs. Yes, I do have a French.
I mean, like, you know, he could have at least, if he was going to just give the answer, he could have at least like maybe given an explanation or said the correct answer. And like, here's why. Like they could have made this a little bit less awful in what they were doing.
Bulldog myself. Thank you. I'll just say, number 3, please. People liking apples. I love apples. In fact, I got one in my office right now. I'm going to eat me an apple in just a little bit. I'm just saying that. Okay. If you're liking dogs, I'm liking dogs with you. Number 5, please. That's one. I'm just saying, you know. Y'all liking bananas? I love bananas.
I would have absolutely, had they not cheated and given me every answer to every test, guaranteed to fail. I'm in the office for orientation.
Because
we're all in the room together.
There's actual training you have to go through before you take those tests.
I know we didn't do, dude. They just talked about Paris Hilton a bunch, bro, and fucking beating up kids, and then they're like, "We'll just," and like I have it recorded somewhere on the. After that, there was another like thing, and like we encourage you to cheat. Like they encourage cheating.
Oh god!
They were like, make sure you cheat to get through the certification for the whole, like to become like I don't know, because that was just the basic life. I don't know. There's so much footage it would take, but I'm sure it's somewhere. Maybe it got corrupted, and I'm sure everyone believes me. I don't know.
Together, and the leader of Provo Canyon, I essentially call him the most tentative staff. He's been there 30 years. He was there with Paris Hilton. He goes, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like something in here has been watching us.
I feel a little bit uneasy with it because there's a certain thing that's been kind of watching all of us.
Dude, from this to the next sentence felt like it took like 30 minutes. I was like, oh my fucking god! I was so unbelievably scared when he said that because I'm recording him with my spy camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I was watching this, like, oh man, he's cooked. Oh man, he's cooked. Something's gonna happen, and it's just like.
I don't know about y'all. This person, I mean, this thing just kind of like hangs out.
And then he said that.
And I'm just like, okay, why are you hanging out like this? That's because he's very curious. He just looks around and he's like, who are all these people here? Who they?
It was just one of the scariest moments of my entire life. I was literally getting ready to bolt out the door. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want them getting the footage we already had. And this is only on the 3rd day. And at this point, it felt like probably an hour passed. And I'm just sitting there. I've never had a literal physical reaction from anxiety before in my life. I went home that day. I had eczema all over my face from this moment. I started shaking. I couldn't stop my head from literally involuntarily shaking. And I just thought we were caught. I thought they caught on to me, and it was over.
Anyways, I would like you all to meet my friend George. Yes, he'll be George. George can fly anywhere. Just don't drop
and then he throws it to me. I'm like,
consider
what is
supporting
going
the channel
on?
by becoming a member, subscribing to Patreon, or purchasing a brick-by-brick sticker. Thank you so much.
How long were you working at the school before you realized Ben was planning on infiltrating the school as a student? I knew that was the plan the whole time. What kept happening is they're like, oh, you're not even on your own for 2 whole weeks. So I had to live in Utah and work 2 whole weeks before Ben could even start trying to get in. And he didn't tell me he was going to join a kid for gay thoughts at all until he sent me the therapist call, and I was like almost crying, laughing on my way to work.
I said, my 17-year-old son is having what he calls gay thoughts. We got you because we need a little help. I have a son. His name is Ben. He's 17 years old.
I'm Ben.
I love my son very much.
The best part of kind of this part of your video and Ben's video is just how disbelieving you were. Each time you're like, you're going to get freaking caught. There's no way this is going to work. You're crazy. We're going to get caught. and then it just kept working over and over again.
Who wouldn't feel that way? This is like the most harebrained Looney Tunes bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Like, what?
He's got reckless pen on his name.
I know. He sent me that, and I'm like, dude, people are gonna think this shit is fake, bro. Like, why did you? But you got to think Ben was like nobody here. Like, we could go anywhere. This is before Bricks and Minifigs, so reckless Ben didn't mean anything. He was just like a medium, small YouTuber that hadn't posted in 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Desperate now. I tried having talks with him. We had one-on-ones, take him around the city, have, long talks on the beach, stuff like that. He's starting to show identity issues in the aspect of his gender, and I understand what he's doing. He's saying he's gay when I know he's not gay. It worries me because what's going to happen when he gets older? What kind of long-term mental effects?
I'm surprised that this therapist is just kind of going along with all of this. Like, this is wild.
Ben sent me this, and it was called Therapist Call for Sheldon, LOL. And then I clicked on it. He sent it to me, and I was having like a really bad time. And it made me like, every time I was about to quit, something would like be progress. You know what I mean? Like this made it like, every time I was about to quit, I just thought of this call and how like awesome it was, like that he pulled this off. So it was like reinvigorating my.
This is the kind of wild stuff that we would have seen like 30, 40, 50 years ago. Not in 2026. Like, I'm appalled.
I agree. No, you saw my reaction. I'm like, what are you getting admitted for? Like, I'm in there with kids. Like, one of the kids was in there because he said he tried murdering a staff at another place. So don't get me wrong. Some of the kids, it was just the worst place on earth. Some of the kids were just like good kids who like did drugs or like smoked weed or even did harder drugs, but they would have been in there like 6 months. And then there's a kid in there for trying to murder someone. And then there's a kid in there for gay thoughts. It's just the stupidest system I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Can this have? And we need your help. We need your assistance. We need you. And this is great because I'm a medical student as well. So I think these are I think with it is a popular thing. I do agree with you, Amir. I mean, it's almost like I want to catch him looking at porn when it involves women. You want that? That would make like that would brighten my life.
So funny.
How can Ben not just sit there
if you
and
look,
not bust out laughing? He's like trying to hold it together.
He had such a hard time not breaking character on this. He literally like if you watch his version, he zooms in, he's like smirking. I don't know. Yeah, this is so funny. I mean, even this guy, he's covering his mouth. Look, it looks like he's about to laugh. Like,
I don't know. I think I said before, this therapist guy is not going to have a good week. Like, he's not.
I'll give him credit. He tried not doing it, and then they badgered him into it, dude. Like,
yeah,
he was like, I'm not sending this kid here.
It was the other way around the other day. I caught him looking at something else. Well, these are very sensitive things. But how are you, Ben?
17.
Well, that's a very young age, and at 17, you don't really know where you're going or where.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like I do know. I feel like just like my dad said. He said that he thinks I'm doing it to be popular with the girls because the girls like the gay guy. They trust him more. But I don't know. It's not to get like if it was to get girls, that would make me straight. But I'm not straight. And
well, have you had these feelings since you were young, like 4 or 5? If the school doesn't work out, nothing bad happens. He's still gay. But if it does work out, my son's life can change for the better. Okay? I think your dad will never let this go. So why don't you go for like 2 months just to convince him?
I got officially hired before my background check results came back, which was a good thing because I knew that I was never going to pass the background check because I stole a car. There's that whole thing I did where I stole a car.
Animation here, by the way.
We had to get Ben in as soon as possible because they told me I had like 2 weeks to appeal, and I could have appealed, but I really didn't feel like it because I didn't.
So I have about 9 email.
It literally says I'm not. So I was allowed to work there after that background check failed, but I'm not allowed to have direct access to vulnerable adults or children, according to the state of Utah. So Provo Canyon, 100,000% by letting me back completely broke the law. It is, you can look, you're a lawyer. It's illegal after I failed the background check to have unsupervised access. So I needed a staff to shadow me from that point onward, which obviously they didn't even do, or no one even brought it up to me in person. I just got an email.
What month was this?
I mean, I can check. I think it was like the end of November because I know
I mean, I guess the screenshots here are all showing November 2025.
Well, that's when I started. This is before I even got started.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, I worked in this video for like 2 or 3 months. Like I flew out for the interview. I dealt with this background check from FNAS. I knew I was going to fail. So I kept just like, oh, like, can I do it this day? Or I already sent it in, and they ended up just letting me start. Yeah. Cause I knew I was going to fail because I looked it up, and I did second chance probation. So I have no record. But they're allowed to use arrests against you if you're working with vulnerable adults or children.
Yep. I've got a relative who had a single unwise decision in their background, and it has impacted them for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
But so the interesting thing, so for everyone that's kind of paying attention, so just to orient, November 2025, we're about 7 months before things start happening to this company. So we'll get there after this, but stick around because there is more to the story, and we've got the goods in terms of the actual, like, what did the Utah government for once actually did something. They won't do something about bricks and minifigs, but they did something about these guys. So without saying too much, stick around.
Of them saying I didn't complete the background check. So I pulled out one of my characters, which is called Dick Around Dan. And I told Ben, we just need to dick around Dan them, which is when you dick people around and don't do what they want. So we just dick around Dan them, and then I was hired.
Define dick around Danny.
Not sending them the stuff they were asking for, and then being like, oh, geez, dude, my bad, I forgot. Or like sending, I can pull up the text thread. There were 9 emails from their background check company saying I hadn't submitted everything. But so we subverted that by, instead of doing everything the official background check company said, I just emailed HR.
It's like you guys, I mean, I know this was before a lot of the bricks and minifigs, but it's almost like you guys were taking a play out of Joshua Johnson's playbook. Delay.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's I don't know. Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, you're right. I pulled Josh is, but he's like an evil dick around Dan. I dick around Dan for good.
Excellent.
And said I already signed it in and ended up working.
So to be completely clear, you were working shifts at Provo Canyon School without having passed the Provo Canyon School back.
Actually, it's worse than that. Was I working at Provo Canyon School without submitting a background check? No. I was working at Provo Canyon School with a failed background check, and I have emails that prove it. We were in a time crunch on the background check before I had to make a move or get fired. But that wasn't our only problem. Ben still had to actually get admitted as a student before I got fired. Because if not, we would have done all this work and spent all this time for nothing, and the kids inside would still be getting abused. So Ben pretended to be his own dad and called the school to talk to the admissions office.
Hello, is this Amir?
Yes.
Hi, Amir. This is calling with Provo Canyon School. I received an email saying that you're looking at an admission for your child, Benjamin?
Yes.
Okay, and you will be bringing them in private pay, is that correct?
Yes.
So parents coming in private pay, I'm able to give a reduced rate at $950 per day. So what are you looking to admit?
Today, if possible. We were supposed to admit last week. They kept saying 24 hours, he'll be in. 24 hours, he'll be in. I've been saying that for the last week. So ideally today. I actually leave for a work trip today. So it has to be today or else I don't know how I'm going to get in there.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me configure that for you. Hold on. Okay, so we admit today, December 11th. So we're going to touch 21 days left of December, 950 times 21 equals 19,950. You also have to say, when you are private pay, you have to say one tuition in advance. So you also will be paying for January. So that's 31 days of January. So that comes to 29,450. So due today at time of admission was going to be 19,950. 49,400. And when you are private pay, we do require that you put a credit card on file, and we'll charge that credit card on the last business day of the month. How would you like to move forward?
Okay, we can do 2 or 3 credit cards.
Give me the first credit card and tell me how much you want to put on there.
Okay, I might have to transfer some money. Is it okay if I do that and then give you a call back in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, as soon as we secure the funding, I'll get you over to Abby and we can get the admissions there. All right, and then just so you know, so then once we put the 49,500 down, then
I think so.
And I charge it, you let me know which credit card you want to put on file, so then we'll charge that tuition after that every month.
Well, nice talking to you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Dang, dude.
We can't spend $49,000 on this.
Dude, I wonder if there's a way to. The reason I told her I call her back is we gotta definitely think of some things. I wonder if we can like do like a debit card and just take all the money out of the debit card, so they won't get charged with it. It'll be like a 3-day.
Someone posted that they thought Harvard Law would be more expensive. So I just did a quick Google search. What's the most expensive university in America? Based on total estimated annual costs, including tuition, fees, housing, and food, Harvey Mudd in Claremont, California is the most expensive college in America with a sticker price surpassing $102,000 to $104,000 per year. Other
Wait.
top contenders with an annual cost near or above $100,000 include the University of Chicago and University of Southern California.
So this is 5 times more money.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
Than
it's
the
like
best.
what, $1,000 a day. So
Yeah, it's
350 something thousand.
Yeah,
a
minus
year?
50 times. Yeah, it's like 320,000 or something like that, probably.
That's wild. That's totally wild.
Like pending charge, but I think what the problem is
The $49,000. Can you believe it's that fucking expensive, dude?
yeah, I definitely want that type of money.
I cannot believe it's that expensive. I cannot believe they need $49,000 up front. That is crazy. That place is a shithole, dude. That self-pay, did you hear what the insurance rate is?
What?
$1,700
per day.
Yep. So they're making $620,000 per kid. That's why they ain't getting out. It's for profit.
Per month?
Yeah, no, per year.
Dang. For the next 3 hours, let's think of a solution. Okay. I wonder if there's a way we can talk to her. Just be like, hey, like, for some reason it's not going through. Like, let me call my bank up. It's going to take like 3 days, but I leave on this business trip. He has to be admitted today. Can you at least just take him in? But you don't think they're so money hungry where if I make it sound legit, then.
No, they need a whole 2 months paid in advance. Like, I really thought this was going to work too. Like, I cannot believe.
The whole time you're like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work.
It's never stopped working. At this point, he tries to get me to do this, and he'll be like, feel free to play like this. And I'm like, dude, at this point, like, I'm just always like, yeah, it's probably going to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny.
Like, they must have been really desperate to get people in, and they probably needed to get some funds going.
They literally said it's not even legal to let him in without payment.
Well, I don't know if it's not legal. I mean, they could let someone in for free if they wanted to, right? It's just it's probably against their policy. But for whatever reason, they decided to bend the policy here.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's gonna work. Don't worry. We'll figure this out. I mean, we can. This is solvable.
Okay, I believe you, dude.
First off, we don't want to do anything illegal because that would jeopardize the whole point of what we're doing, right? We're trying to stop something illegal, not do it ourselves.
Yeah.
It might not be the best idea, but the first thing that comes to mind is I'll be like, dude, all of these are getting frauded for some reason. It's probably because I'm in California. I live in California, seeing some crazy, absurd charge like $40,000. And if we say this, I'm leaving on a work trip today. I called my credit card company. They said it's going to take 1 day for me to verify it. Like literally I just have to wait a day until I can do it. But I can't, like, I have to leave tomorrow. My son's got nowhere to go. So I'm just sending him back to California if you guys don't accept him today. But you will get your payment tomorrow if you accept him in.
Yeah, try it. I don't think it's going to work.
Let's call her back.
My card got declined for fraud. Now someone's trying to charge $49,000.
Hi there.
I'm just calling back. Just want to make sure that they had enough money on it and it's all good.
We're good to go. Okay, hold on. Let me get all my information here. Okay, now just talk to Abby. So as soon as we're done here and I'll get those, she'll get your admission paperwork ready and get you ready for today. What kind of credit card is it? And the card is under your name?
Yes.
And how much do you want to put on this card?
Everything.
Okay, so we can do the whole amount for 1 month.
Yes.
Let me see that. And it declined.
It declined.
Oh, what a surprise. It declined. Oh,
Go ahead and call them.
yeah. Let's just charge 50 grand at once.
Okay.
So you'll need to give a call and they'll take it off. And that happens all the time.
Okay, I'll give them a call right now. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted. So what happens with my bank all the time is this used to happen to me all the time where I would like travel from like state to state all the time. What I would do is like we have to verify that it's not fraud. Within the next like 2 days, we're gonna send you a small amount to your bank account, like maybe at 23 cents. And once you can verify the amount we send, then we can unblock the card. And I remember being so mad with customers. I'm like, I'm like, I need the card now. I'm like living in my car, you know? Yeah. And so they're like, nope, you have to wait 2 days. I'm like, no, and there was nothing I could do. So maybe the same situation happens here, you know? It's like I have to wait 2 days. Like you have to accept him today. Like otherwise I'm sending him home. Like he's not. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be gone for like a month, and yeah, this is insane. Should we just give it like 20 minutes and call her back?
Yeah.
Okay. Time to call him back. Hello, this is Amir.
Hi.
Hi, I just called my bank, and
the best part is his name. He goes by Amir. It's like I feel like Amir would have an accent of some kind, and he's just like
Amir,
Southern California straight voice.
Amir's the fake dad's name.
Oh, is that his real? That's really his name?
Yeah.
He didn't have much of an accent either.
Yeah, he didn't.
And I guess because I live in California and now I'm in Utah trying to make this purchase, and it's just a very large number.
Someone asked, how many kids maximum did Provo hold?
I think it was like, I want to say like 150 to 300. Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
I mean, I know that's a large range, but it was a lot. Yeah, there were a lot of kids in there.
Were these kids? I mean, this isn't a juvenile hall, right? I mean, it's a private
Some of the kids.
school.
So yeah, it's a mix, man. You know, you got Paris Hilton in there. This is a perfect analogy. You've got a kid who tried murdering his staff because Provo Canyon's so money hungry, it'll take anybody, and obviously, like, no one's getting help. Like, so you got a kid in there for murder. You got a kid in there for smoking weed. You got a kid in there who did harder drugs, but he's been in there for 6 months and received absolutely no help for his addiction at all that I, talked to. And I'm like, so you've been here 6 months. Like, have you learned anything about quitting drugs? And he's like, no. And I'm like, don't you think 6 months is pretty excessive? And he's like, don't you think a year and a half is pretty excessive? And I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. Like, this is like, I've never even heard of a rehab that keeps someone for 6 months. That's like so excessive, but it's for profit. That's the problem when you take rehabilitation and create incentive to earn money. They're going to they have no incentive to help. They just have incentive to keep you another day because it's another, $1,700.
Yeah.
They said it came up as fraud, actually.
Yeah.
But I for sure don't know I have enough money. They're going to send me 2 separate payments. They're anywhere from like 10 cents to $1. And then I have to verify the payments they send to my bank to verify it's me. And they said that the payments will come anytime over the next 2 days. And I was kind of yelling at him on the phone. I was like, no, I need to pay this right now. I'm going on a work trip tomorrow for like 3 months. Like, he has to go in today. And they said, there's nothing we can do. This is just the process to prove it's not fraud. I should be receiving them within the next 48 hours, they said. Then I can get my credit card unlinked and pay.
Okay, wow. We're not supposed to let anyone in. Man, I know you're going, trying to figure out how we can do this. I don't know what we're going to do because legally I can't let anyone into the facility unless they are funded.
Did you hear that though? What is she talking about?
Salt Lake City?
I think it's
we've
protocol.
been trying to get them in for the last week, and they keep.
I don't think
she says legally I'm not allowed to let anybody in this facility without funding.
Yeah, I think unless there's a specific statute, which I would be surprised by that. It just seems weird because normally,
I mean, it seems like it's pretty unethical at the minimum to let a kid in and say, well, if you can't pay, we're just going to kick you back out if they're really this place that helps. I mean, once again, Ben's getting admitted for gay thoughts here. That's really the condition. Like, what?
It's so wild.
It's not even legal in Utah to do conversion therapy. So how is this? I don't know. The whole thing is just.
They don't care. It's lack of oversight and lack of execution of safety protocols. That's what it comes down to. And as for like, I'm not supposed to let them in legally. I don't know if that's legal or not, but it's definitely corporate policy at a minimum. So
keep saying within 24 hours she's going to be in.
Let me call you back, Amir, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, dude! No way.
She says, "Let's see what we can do." They might make it work. I don't know. What did you say the chances were before me getting in?
Well, like 10.
You said 10%. What do you say now?
25.
25? Oh, nice. Well, and they would be breaking the law by putting me in. So I don't know. Maybe I can just be really convincing. I don't know. Yeah. This is intense. The suspense is kind of crazy right now. I haven't been in this much suspense for a while. This is like pretty suspenseful. They're calling back. So they weren't calling back. They're calling back. Hello?
Hi, I'm here.
Yes.
Okay, going on Provo Canyon School, as you know. Okay, so 48 hours, I should be able to run this credit card and it should go through, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and approve the admission for tonight. I'm going to let it know. So in 48 hours.
It could be sooner than that, actually, too. They just said that's the maximum it takes, yeah.
If in 48 hours it does not go through, I will call you and you'll need to either make other financial arrangements to pay or you'll need to run for discharge for the child.
Okay.
But what I said is that, we're going to go ahead and make an exception because we should have broke it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So I will get you on the hang up. I'm going to call Abby and tell her to start making arrangements with you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh my gosh.
how does everything you do work? This wouldn't work for anybody else in the entire planet. And then you're kicked out if you don't pay, so now you have an out. You're literally going to be out now when you needed to be.
All they wanted to reiterate is that you're going to have to restrain children, and are you okay with that? And as long as you said yes to that question, you immediately got hired.
So remember, for the audience, at the beginning of this, we walked through that 1983 case, and the types of restraining. There were court orders enjoining them from doing more than like basically breaking up fights. And so this notion that 40 years later they're training their staff to do, physically restraining kids for stuff is kind of wild. It's going to come up again. Eventually, all this comes back to bite these guys.
Again. When I say again, I mean again. Again. Right. Again.
They pay so little money they couldn't get anyone to work there, so their only choice was to hire just the most unqualified people and give them the qualifications regardless if they learn the information or not.
I was force-fed medications and sexually abused by the staff. I was violently restrained and dragged down hallways, stripped naked, and thrown into solitary confinement.
It's not how Paris Hilton made it sound. Okay.
No, it's worse.
She
Worse than how Paris Hilton
There's
made
like
it
a
sound.
released documentary about it, so people are very curious. Our risk management, she has a lot more than me. I was a fear squad, I'm pretty sure. What happened, you can ask her about it, but there has been documentaries about it. So the media has been very curious in Provo Canyon School. And so they've reached out to like staff in the past, so we would just ask this, and they're like, we're to reach out to you, like just like let us know, and like our media can contact them. We don't want an individual staff reaching out to the media and like speaking for the company as a whole, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely won't be doing that.
Yeah, okay.
Paris Hilton, they claim she's like a liar and all this. Based off of your experience working there, would you say Paris Hilton lied?
Was Justin's claims that Paris Hilton is a liar correct? I would say no. I would say to give himself, the validation, the character validation of that, he follows it up by bragging about how back in the days Paris Hilton was there, he was, quote, fookie slamming kids. And then he corrects himself and says nicely slamming them back in the day. So
I still remember the days of taking kids down. I mean, we took them on hard. But you got to understand, I was a ball player at that time. For me, it was exciting. I would shoot.
This is crazy. What he's describing here is just absolutely lunacy.
I know. I was sitting there and I'm like, I don't know how anyone was doing this job. I was like, bro, I would be like, there's no way if I wasn't here doing a video, I wouldn't even applied, but I mean, I don't know. It's just like right when I heard this shit, I would have been like, all right, bro, I'm peacing out. Like this is insane. You people are fucked. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's so brazen too that they're just willing to just talk about this stuff.
They didn't know they were being recorded. They didn't know they were being recorded.
Maybe they figure if you're in the system, you think like they think. I don't know.
No, this is the vibe of the staff. They were super sadistic. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. They were not good dudes, man, at all. I couldn't believe it.
Just to do that kind of stuff. We were fucking slamming kids all over the place. Oh, I'm sorry. We were lovely slamming them to the ground. So, Provo Canyon School has quite a history. I don't know if you folks have ever heard of a person called Paris Hilton or something like that.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. They told us.
Talk about it all you want. I was here when she was here. But listening to her and the stuff that she said to many people and stuff, there's so much lie. She talked about being in good places. Yeah, it was never her. I seen it in our observation once. That's it. It's the only time I remember. And I worked with her for over a year and a half. I was butt naked. It is a girl, please. You would never butt naked in my place.
That's what
I think
does
he's lying.
to reaffirm his character that he's the good guy and we should believe him, is that he brags about how he used to play sports. So he loved slamming kids as hard as possible. So I don't know. Do I believe that guy? No, I'd say I think Paris Hilton's telling the truth 100%. In my opinion, as someone who worked there and met these people.
We were in this restraint with the girl. So we take her down and she's being pinned to the ground like this. Her arms are under her.
Not to laugh at this. It's just like the context of this is way worse, by the way. We had to cut it out because I'm 100% sure if my video could not be monetized with what he was talking about before this. It was so much worse. Believe it or not, this is out of context, and the context makes it a billion times worse.
Oh my god!
What he's saying right here. I'm gonna just say that. Like, I literally was sitting there and I'm like, dude, what? I don't know. Yeah, these people were like, and this guy, he grew up and his parents worked there. So he like grew up in Provo Canyon being allowed to like run around with his parents who worked here. really strange. So it's like he just grew up thinking this is like a normal thing, I guess, was this place. I don't know.
We see that happen a lot in these small towns in Utah, especially with some of the crazy wild worldviews they've had. And I mean, Netflix has got like 3 or 4 of these like fundamentalist LDS documentaries, and the brainwashing that happens in Utah with some of this wild stuff is just crazy. Totally crazy.
Yeah,
her arms are under her.
Insane.
Now this girl has 3 or 4 staff pinning to her to the ground as a nurse is cutting off her onesie. The very next day, the crisis response team was pulled in and said, you cannot take that girl into the emergency floor procedure ever again because of her trauma. But we did.
Ben finally got admitted, but now we had one other problem to deal with. All the students at Provo Canyon have to go through a very thorough search of everything, including being strip searched, wanded down with a metal wand, and all of their clothes searched through the metal wand as well, and everything they brought. So we knew, because Ben had a metal wand we tested everything with, that it would go off pretty much no matter what we tried. So I was going to have to bring the camera in myself and bring a student who wasn't even on my unit, which I was not allowed to do, stuff. So I had to figure out a way to do this. So then I came up with the chips.
You got spy cameras in there. You know, you can like plug, let's go back and say, I don't know, or you can just put like paper or something in there. Also, how do we know that this is my?
Were you scared that you were going to hand out Ben's chips by accident?
No, not at all. There's no way I could make such a like ludicrous mistake. Yeah, that was not. My fear was A, not being able to give him the chips. B, I mean, I was not allowed to do that. They said that at orientation. Like, I don't know. So no, I wasn't worried about it at all. We ended up skipping the self-healing injection port. I thought that was a good idea because he bought a vacuum sealer instead of an impulse sealer. A vacuum sealer sucks the air out. So I'm like, this bag of chips is going to look super head ass. You know what I mean? It's going to be so obvious this isn't right. But I ended up just filling the bag completely full with Cheeto Puffs from another bag and hiding the camera and the microphone in there.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't worried about that. I just kept it in my pocket and handed out chips from my backpack. And then when I ran into him, I just pulled out that bag.
My bag of chips. I'm going to put a self-healing injection port right here on this black, which is black silicone. You put it on there, you let it sit, you can stick needles through it and everything's up. When I pull it out, it's self-healing, so it'll heal itself. So I'll know it's this one because it'll have fucking a little tiny drop of silicone, barely notice.
And you'll give that to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking also we could maybe like spill some milk on it so it gets like sticky to know the other kids want it, you know? Because I know I don't think you want it.
That one's going to stay in my goddamn pocket. And you ask for Cheeto Puffs.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's a really good indicator.
So
I don't know.
So I don't know what they want.
You're down to get on film also of like you giving it to me?
Yeah, I can try.
With, I say just pull your car keys and give it to. It'd be such good.
Yeah, let's get Jam into 500 or 900. Let's get him to 1,000.
Damon is at 867,
nice.
folks. So if you haven't done it yet, I'll put it in the chat. Pop over there and just sub real quick. Get him to 1,000. Get him to monetized. Also, YouTube is increasing.
Yeah, we got to get him there
to get monetized. So we gotta move on it. So
yeah, I'm gonna feel so bad because he's got like pretty close to the watch time hours and stuff, and he had that one video do super good, and he's trying really hard. So it'd be really cool to see him get monetized before that gets raised. Because I'm gonna feel super bad.
We're at 869, so I think we could get to 1,000.
I'm gonna recharge this. Okay, you gonna work?
Yeah.
See you, Sheldon.
You Ben, dude. Be safe, bro.
Yeah, see you, dude. I'll film you leaving.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay, Sheldon, what time is it right now? What time should I leave?
This was so stressful. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I can imagine for both of you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll leave 10 minutes after you leave. Okay. Yeah. That way we just don't show up at the same time. Bye, Sheldon. Hopefully we don't get arrested. Let's go. Gosh, okay, now it's just me. Oh, okay. Should probably just wait 10 minutes before I leave. That way we don't show up at the same time. Okay, now that Sheldon's gone, it's getting real, dude. Okay, now that Sheldon's gone, I'm actually starting to get pretty nervous.
This is rare for Ben to get nervous.
Oh, I got
too.
this.
I've never seen him get nervous before ever.
Ben strikes me as the kind of guy, you like these mountain climbers where they say they just have like a low or something in their brains, like a reduced fear impulse. I feel
no, he
like
definitely does.
Ben is one of these guys. Just things just don't freak him out or scare him. Some of the stuff that I've seen in the videos, I just would not have the balls to do any of it.
No, I don't know. I don't know how I did this. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My threshold for like scared is way like higher now. Like I don't get as like.
Well,
like,
look, you got away with this and then got arrested for starting a GoFundMe.
No, that's why I said that. I'm like, that's why I say in the end of Lego Part 2, I'm like, how did the Lego video become the craziest thing we've ever done? Like, are you kidding me? We've literally done like the craziest shit on the whole internet, and I'm in handcuffs for locking my cell phone and a GoFundMe. Like,
oh yeah.
It was stupid.
American Fork.
Yeah, they're so dumb,
play
dude.
differently around here.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they definitely play differently.
Well, my Uber's here. I was looking for Ben for probably 5 hours
to get him the back.
Yeah, he was nowhere. It's because he was in the gulag for way longer than he was supposed to be. I had already given out probably 200 bags of chips to kids at this point, and I could not find Ben anywhere. I had been trying to find Ben for 5 hours. I end up just constantly sneaking off my unit, saying I'm going to the bathroom a bunch, and then I end up running into him in the hall as he's with the staff getting escorted.
Everybody, you're on Alta, right? Yeah. Sick. Cool.
You're welcome. I am grateful.
And I walk up and I tried getting as good as I could on my spy camera, but I really didn't want to get caught, and it was a car key, so it would have looked fairly suspicious. But I did get it decently, and I walk up and hand him a bag of chips. He plays it off very well, and the staff had what I thought was no idea, and I would still say, yeah, he had no idea what I was doing. At this point, I had one more day till I was fired because I failed the background check. So I had one last day. It said on the HR email. I don't know. They probably would have just let me keep working. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. But
they probably would have just let you keep working.
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, there's a call. I don't have the footage. I don't know what happened with it. They called me after I quit, and I was like super drunk, and Ben was like cracking up because I'm like, yeah, I'm like, no, I failed the background check. I like stole a car. My mom's in the hospital. It was like such bullshit. And the guy was just like, stopped talking and shit after I said that. And he's like, you failed the background check. And like, he was one of the leads. He didn't even know. You know what I mean? So I think they were just going to like ignore it. Yeah.
Wow.
Because there was another guy. My bad. There was another guy who worked there, and he was like, yeah, I'm a felon and shit. And they were like some of the other staff was like, that guy's allowed to work here with a felony. And it's like, no, they just let him. But he was like, I'll say he was like the best, probably one of the better staff. He was really good at the job. Like as far as like it could go in there, like right when I met that dude, the first thing he said is, hey, all that shit you just learned in orientation, it ain't even how none of this shit is. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
I don't know.
It's almost instantly. I get back to the unit. They have me do some extra rigmarole, stuff. I'm like, whatever. I sit down, I'm filling out my paperwork, and I hear the same guy go, I need Tim, who is a manager, to, which is the unit Ben was on, for a unit search.
Do you know where Alta is right now?
See, it's like really hard to hear the radio.
And I'm like, oh crap, we got caught.
Yeah, and I can imagine at that moment in time, you're not thinking, how can I get the best camera shot? How can I get the best audio?
No. And the microphone was in my wallet in my back pocket, and the like radio was sitting like out. So I don't think it caught it. Cause I'm pretty sure that did happen. Like there's no way I just like tweaked out and thought I heard that. Cause I actually finally had like sat down and it had been like 10 minutes and I'm like, oh, we got away with it. And then I hear that and I'm like, man, that was definitely the scariest part of the whole video is when I leave right here. Like, wow. I'm like, I don't know.
And it's right after this that you guys both kind of book it in your own.
I book it out. I book it right out. And I'm like, I had Lydia call me, Ben's girlfriend, as my fiance. My backstory the whole time was that I had a fiance I met on PlayStation named Alexis, and I moved to Utah to meet her. It was pretty like kind of funny to me. Yeah, I don't know. So I changed her name to Alexis in case something went down, so I could be like, oh, I gotta leave. You know what I mean? Like, what I mean? Get out of there. I don't know. And I ended up being like, Lydia, call me right now and shit. Like, I need to get out of here.
And the worst thing that could have happened was us losing our footage. If I had lost the footage, I would have lost Ben being in there. I would have lost me handing him the chips and the proof that Ben actually joined this school, which we needed to get them shut down. So I made sure to leave the campus right then and there. I have Ben's girlfriend call me and act like my fiance. I told him I had Alexis, and that's why I moved to Utah. That was my backstory the whole time. I talked about my fiance Alexis for a whole month and said my mom was in the hospital and got out of there. But at this point, my friend Ben is still left inside, and I felt terrible.
Yo, what up, everyone? I got Ben the chips, but I think we got caught, so I left. Which now I feel like the biggest piece of shit in the whole world. I kind of got left without him. I didn't know what the fuck to do, dude.
So at this point, did you know Ben had escaped as well?
Ben didn't escape. Ben didn't escape till I sat here and tweaked out all night and all day. He didn't escape till the next day. He stayed the night with the cameras. It's just he never got the shirt for the spy button, so all he has is really audio and then the footage when he escapes. You know, and it's obviously he's in an institution. Like, I had a hard time because they were on to me. Like, if he had had that, they would have been like, where did you get this? You know what I mean? We would have got caught and we would have lost all the footage and proof that he ever got the camera.
All right, let's see.
Heard them call a unit search right after I gave him the chips. I'm like, damn it.
Really worried about Ben. I hope he's okay. Like, they called a unit search, so I don't know if Ben tried sneaking off with the chips, and the dude was like, "Nah, wait, you're right here," and then they took the chips. Because the whole time I've been there, I've never heard unit search. Manager over here. I don't know what to do. Dang, I feel so bad, dude. Oh my god.
That's the audio.
The music just is the music just adds so much to this scene.
I mean, I thank you. Yeah, that's sick. I mean, I can't even describe the level of insanity it has been opening this bag of chips inside an institution's bathroom and having this contraband that was the smuggling level of coming up with this was so difficult. Because I was sitting there, we didn't have a plan to get him the cameras, and this was our backup plan. But the problem was the reason we tried using the shoe that Ben described is because we're like, well, how do I get you the chips on time? And we wanted him to be able to record everything, but there was no way to do it.
And was the concern about the shoes just that they would, they
metal
detector or something?
Yeah, we used a wand on it, and it's I tried encasing it in rubber. I'm like, there's no way to beat a metal detector. It's not possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so that was the problem. You're good.
Once you got Ben his camera equipment, how much longer was Ben in the school before the escape protocol took place?
Yeah, after I gave Ben the bag of chips, he was probably in there another full 24 hours.
At the end of that 24 hours, can you explain from your perspective Ben's escape process?
Yeah, from my perspective, sure. Ben's escape process was they let him out on the yard and he climbed a 13-foot tall fence and ran. He intentionally threw a basketball over the fence while the staff wasn't looking.
I wish there was footage of him throwing the ball.
Oh man. I wish we could have coordinated, dude, and I'd known anything. I should have.
You guys should go find another basketball court somewhere and just reenact what that throw looks like. I'm so curious, how you make it not super obvious and you're trying to shoot a basket, but it goes over this fence.
13 feet tall. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then
and acted like he was climbing it to get the ball.
I'm getting the ball. Escape.
Yeah, Ben enhanced this really good. You can barely hear it. In his version, you can hear it clear as day, which, I don't know how he did that. I sat there and tried to get the audio, but you can hear it in the background. The guy being like, get the fuck back here. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
This is sounding weird, but I just finished a scavenger hunt. My phone died. Can I how do you start a text message to my friend to tell him that you can hear? Oh my god! To tell me.
It's a good thing your phone would accept like texts and calls from like random numbers.
Well, yeah, and actually, this is like, there's no point in like putting this in the video, but Ben didn't have my number memorized, so he actually texted Lydia, and then she texted me that Ben texted her. So I mean, it's like such a minute detail. Why would we put that in the video? But that's a funny behind the scenes. Like he did basically text me, editor text me.
That's crazy.
Maybe here. Okay. All right. This is Sheldon.
Oh, good timing. I was hiding in the bathroom. I just came. Did you get caught? Yep. Cameras? What? With the cameras? No. Sorry, I'm still here. See, look. They call the unit search after I gave you the chips. Really? Yeah.
I look so frazzled.
Oh my God, we got away with it? Yeah. Wait, why did you do a unit search? I don't know. We called the unit search. I got an audio right after I gave you the chips. You called the unit search in your unit. Okay, never checked me. Really? Yeah. Oh my God, yes! Yeah! Yeah! We did it! Yeah! Oh yeah. I was so worried about you, dude. We're all good. We're all good. Did you quit yet? Yeah, I left yesterday and told my mom right after I called the unit search. I go, oh shit, my mom, they're so dumb. How did they not figure out that was sus? I handed you the chips and had Lydia call me as Alexis and said my mom's in the hospital again and I gotta go. Dang. How did you escape? So we were in the courtyard? No, they put you in the courtyard. They're so stupid. And then I threw a basketball over the fence. And I was like, oh shoot. So I was waiting until the guy was like writing his notebook and I threw it over the fence. So I started climbing. I'm like, half up the fence. And the kid's like, you just can't be there. I'm like, no. I'm getting the ball, And he's like, oh, never mind. You just getting the ball, never mind. And the staff looks up. He's like, no, you can't do it. I'm like, I'm just getting the ball, guys. I'm just getting the ball. And then I'm about to pick the ball up. I just start sprinting. Dude. Yeah. Let's get the fuck back in the Airbnb, bro. You're gonna have like a 5-star wanted level.
It's crazy how much they weren't even looking for him.
That one is weird. I mean, there were some like calls, I guess.
There were.
But
there were. They weren't really. I don't know. Yeah, it was weird, man.
It doesn't sound like they made much of an effort, and that's why I wonder like how much they had started to catch on. But who knows?
I'm just worried because those things like put batteries out. Shut it in. I'm really worried about them seeing me have like us having a radio here though. What do you mean?
I'm probably tweaking here, but
yeah, that thing has.
I drove an hour away with one of those. I drove an hour away with one of those, and it still had service. Like I was like, I accidentally left it in my pocket, and I'd been calling Ben the whole time, talking about everything, and then I fucking get to my Airbnb an hour away, and I'm like, dude, this fucking radio is still on, and I can hear everything, and I'm like, dude, if I hit this button at all, we just like broadcasted our entire plan to the whole building. And it was another one of those panic attacks I had that was like completely for no reason.
Okay, well, it's not plugging in then. That's why it's unplugged. And then yesterday I thought we got caught, so I threw the radio out the window.
Yeah, back at the Airbnb, we made it.
Safe, dude. Oh, give me a hug, bro. I cannot believe you made it out, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was gonna die. Okay, should we sit and talk about what happened? So what'd you say after?
Okay, so here's what happened. As I said, I hand Ben the chips, and here's what happened. I came in early, like we planned, and I went everywhere I wasn't supposed to, Ben. And I'm like, where the hell's Ben? Where were you at? Like from like 2 to like the time I saw you. You were in a therapist's office, weren't you?
No, I was in the gulag.
Oh, they had just let you out of the gulag?
Yeah, I was in the gulag for the first day and a half.
It's wild. It's wild that a school has a place called the gulag.
Okay. Let me explain. I canonically changed it to the gulag.
Okay.
It was actually called like safety or something. See, I still don't remember. No one corrected me on it the whole month I worked there. So then Ben started calling it the gulag. So it was their solitary confinement. It's not actually officially called the gulag, but no one ever corrected me, and I called it the gulag the whole time.
Crazy.
Officer Anderson with Provo Police Department in Utah. I got a call from Provo Canyon School about your son Benjamin running away. I'll be visiting him in CIC. If you have any further questions, you can call back to the police department. Thanks.
Dang. What's this one?
Hello, America. This is Louis. I'm calling you from Provo Canyon School. I'm just calling to let you know that today at 11:25, it was reported that Benjamin, he climbed over the fences and he ran away from the facility. So the nursing team notified the police, and we're currently looking for him. I'll keep you posted once we have more details. Okay. I'll call back as soon as I do. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Jada. I'm calling from Provo Canyon School Medical Department. Just hoping to get a little information about Benjamin, talk a little bit about his history. If you could give us a call back when you get a chance, phone number.
Dang.
Pretty much everything I learned about their long litany of abuse allegations. I watched documentaries on similar programs, and also I have friends who've gone to the wilderness programs, which are just about as bad, but they all stem, I found out, from Provo Canyon School. So now kind of what's going through my head is we got to get this place shut down. Like, this has created just more wrong in this world than I think is even possible to right at this point. But yeah, I learned everything about it. They're the reason the troubled teen or the cash for teen industry even exists.
After your research, what was your understanding of how Provo Canyon recruited new students?
Lies, manipulation, and false advertisement.
And what do you think the goal of those lies, manipulation, and false tactics were?
I don't think, I know it's for money.
Now, authorities in Utah announcing they will revoke the license of Provo Canyon School's campus.
So I don't want to, I want to transition here because we're about to get into the spoilers. But let's catch up on super chats real quick. I think we've got quite a bit. So Alice 6611 for Jules, thank you. WD4 Oil, Jules, thank you. Someone sends a super chat, 440 Jules, Uncle Alert. I don't understand the Uncle Alert thing. I don't know what that is.
Uncle Alert, it means you're an unk, dude. It means you're old.
No, I mean, I don't know why it pops up as a gift. Like, it's so weird. Mercenary 21, they prioritize billing over the kid. Yeah, they do. They do. That's the wild thing about this company. Bling Auntie, 100 Joules. Thank you. That came out wrong for 10 Joules. Alexi, I can't even pronounce this.
Alexei
Alex,
Ben.
Iada Ben 1987, 10 Joules. Thank you. And then for another 10 Joules, this time gold coin. And then that one, it says thumbs up. Thank you so much. Elios 0000. They all go back to Synanon, which was a real cult. Yeah. Okay. So Synanon, I don't remember which platform it's on, but one of the major streaming platforms, there's a wild documentary about Synanon. Definitely a crazy cult, started back, I think, in the 60s or 70s. But yes, I've watched them. I've looked up a little bit of them. Totally crazy. Nigel Weatherborn for 1999. For Colin from his AZ brother, dude works his ass off. Yes. I would say if we got another like $100 in super chats, we should put Colin on the screen. Does anyone think that?
Yeah, let's do it. Colin.
I don't think I'd do that to him. It's very late where he is. He's not camera presentable. But yes, Colin is awesome. Colin's our editor and our mod, and he does some fantastic work.
Oh yeah, Colin's a very valuable member of the team for us too. Over
Inch High Private Eye. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, you're
but
good.
yeah,
Keep
yeah,
going.
no. Colin's amazing. Inch High Private Eye, 5 Joules. Thank you. WD4 Oil, 5 more Joules. Thank you. Caroline Joy Barnhart, $2 for the interview. Friend got caught in this. Sorry to hear if your friend, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but sorry to hear if your friend was like caught in one of these schools and had a terrible experience like these students do. GR Grarg, say hi. I have a huge soft spot for Sheldon. Oh, you got a fan, Sheldon. Thanks for going through this. Thanks for keeping the message going, barbecue lawyer. It's barbecue counselor because I can advise on the law, but I can advise on barbecue as well. Barbecue lawyer, you kind of lose something about it in it. Elizabeth Brown, another Uncle Alert. Mercenary 21. This sounds less for profit and something more malicious. I'm serious. My gut is screaming at me. This is something darker behind it. I mean, two things can be true at the same time, right? They could be motivated by profit, and that leads them to being careless, and that carelessness leads them to hire malicious people, right? I mean, it can all. It's not an either or. It can all be true. For Nick Ader. Oh my God. All right, you got me.
No.
You got me.
Oh,
40
man.
Joules Uncle Alert.
That was the best Uncle Alert I've ever seen. Was you falling for that on an Uncle
Yeah.
Alert, dude.
All right. You got me. Mercenary. By Mercenary, thank you so much for all the super chats. Geneva Convention violations are bound. Yeah. I mean, Rose, why isn't Jam and Ben got 900 subs yet? What is Jam and Ben at now?
Let's pull it
So
up.
refresh. We are at 903.
Nice.
Only 97 left, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Jam and Ben, the link is in the it should be in the pinned comment down below. So please go sub. Jam and Ben sub hype train. Yes. Hype train. Let's go.
Please.
Jam and Ben. Come on. We only need
jam
97.
Come on, guys. I just hit 15,000. We can get Jam and Ben 100.
Yeah. How quickly did you jump to 15,000?
I just hit it. I just hit it right now.
But you were like a week ago, you were a lot lower than that, weren't you?
I was at 9,000 2 days ago.
Wow. That is incredible.
Yeah.
That's
my video's going pretty. My video's at like 125,000 views.
Yeah, but videos going that high does not equal subs, though. I've had a couple.
Ben posted my video, and it's like everyone saw everything I went through, so they're all subbing and stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. You deserve it, every bit of it, man. I mean, absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah,
they're not subbing for what my point is. They're not subbing from your video. They're subbing for you. So
yeah,
it's great. Let's see. We've got Jules. I gotta be careful about these ones I can't pronounce. At OG 20 Jules party hat. Another 10 Jules. Thank you. And another 2 Jules. OG's got a bunch. I'm just gonna click through. Thank you so much. Alice is another 10 Jules. Thos is 30 Jules. And Flying Mom Laura for $5. Thank you for your super chat. GRB Chaser, get some clothes on at the Colin.
How much super chats to get the clothes off of Colin?
Julie Suker for $4.99. Sheldon at 15K. Absolutely.
Yeah, but we need to get Jam into 1,000.
We've got to get Jam into 1,000. We need 97 more. Jay Fizzle 169 for $2. This one guy's name is WD-40 Oil. Yeah. Mercenary, another $2. No money's just a nice happy side. I mean, who knows with these people, right? I don't understand how these places even exist. So trying to understand why these people work there and what their motivations are is not something I can relate to. Nailhead, here's at the Colin 99. Watch this. Oh wait, it didn't show him. I tried to put Colin up. I tried to make him up here real quick. Let's see. WM 3376, $10. Slick that hair back, Colin. Yes. And then Zesalix gifted another barbecue council membership. Thanks, Zesalix. Appreciate that. All right. So that was the end of your video. The reason why I didn't go to the very, very end is there was a couple things we still wanted to cover. I don't know if you want to stick around, Sheldon, but you are more than welcome to. I want to talk about what happened here. I want to see. I gotta swap. So all of the nonsense that you guys went through, that was in November of 2025. So
in December, yeah.
Okay, so November and December. There was November and December of 2025. So let's fast forward now 6 months. Stuff happens. So let's pull this up. I think we can see. Let me try to make this a little bit bigger. So the Utah Department of Health and Human Services, this is June 17th. So we're now 6 months, we're 6 months on, and we are talking about what's called a notice of agency action, conditions placed on license. So this is, we are not shutting your school down, but you have to do things in order if you want to stay open. And specifically, this is UHS of Provo Canyon, meaning this is the same campus that Sheldon and Ben were at, because there's 2 campuses and things are actually happening in both of them. But this is what they call the boys campus, which raises another question about how they were saying like Paris Hilton, because I don't know if they've.
No. The Springfield campus is the women's campus. You guys want to hear something messed up? They told me I was good to work over there too. I was like,
no background check.
No, yeah, they said I was good. Like they asked me if I wanted to go over there. Like I'm like, dude, I I don't think that's for me. I don't think either of them are for me, but yeah, I don't know. But so she was at the Springfield campus, which is the women's one, the girls.
Yeah. So that guy though that said he worked with her, like, do employees just bounce back and forth between them, or why would that one guy have been at the same place as Paris Hilton if he worked?
Because there are male employees that work with the teenage girls.
Okay. So this letter serves as notice that the Department of Health and Human Services is placing conditions on the license. So I don't practice in this area of law, but to dumb it down, like I said, this is the government of Utah coming in and saying, you school are out of compliance with a lot of rules, and we are taking action telling you that you've got to do stuff. So on May 18th, there was an inspection and there was a bunch of rules. So finally someone comes in. I wonder if this was the first time they'd ever done a compliance, because why it took them so long to do this when we have cases going back 40 years is beyond me. But so the first thing that happened, provider was out of context, not protecting a client. And remember, I don't want to say it again, but remember, client means a particular person attending the school for YouTube monetization and YouTube algorithm gods reasons. We don't want to say the actual words, but during the inspection, the investigator determined that the provider failed to summon emergency medical services for a client who was rendered unconscious, suffered severe head and facial injuries during a physical assault. So, I mean, this is kind of crazy.
Sounds
someone
about
gets
right.
hurt,
I'm gonna be
we don't need to
honest.
call the doctors.
I'm saying it sounds about right that the staff would do some complete. I mean, you guys saw my medical training. It was really really extensive. So
They
these guys
didn't
really
know.
what
They
they're
didn't know
doing.
what to do.
They were like, "Is it A, B, C, or D? Is it A, B, C, or D? Where's where's the cheat code? You know what I mean?"
God,
Oh,
All right, there he is.
Colin's in.
Colin's
It's just-
on.
Isn't the whole like Provo Canyon thing, especially like in the context of them getting a permanent injunction in 1982, stopping them from restraining kids, using solitary confinement tactics, all these things, and then on camera with Sheldon, we see them sending kids to the gulag. We
Yes.
see them doing all these things. It's just crazy, and I still can't get over it. Especially in the context of like that injunction was in 1982.
Yeah. Well, and this count. So I'll just flip through these. I don't want to say, put all the non-compliance statements going through, because these, this is our particular class of client, and let's just focus on the big picture. Failing to ensure that a client has the right to be free of potential harm. Yeah, you should not have the risk of being hurt when you go to school. Failing to ensure that each client has the right to be free. That two counts of the being free from potential harm. And so what happened here? This was in June. They can't accept new clients. They have to maintain the required staffing ratio. So this may explain a little bit of what was going on here with you, Sheldon. They needed to have proper staff to student ratios. And if they were desperate to maintain those ratios, they might have just were like, get in. We need to meet our count.
This is a good question to follow up with Sheldon on. How many people were in your new hire? Was there a bunch of you?
Oh, no, I have the audio somewhere. They're like, oh yeah, like they don't do that shit. Because they told us there would be 2 staff at all times. There were times I was alone. It was a mess, man. It was like, I don't know. Yeah, no, they didn't require, they couldn't maintain the staffing requirement because they paid no money, dude. Who's going to do that job for 17? Like, dude, my paychecks were like garbage, dude. Like, I was like, this is the worst money I've ever made pretty much since I've been like 20. I don't know. So yeah, of course they couldn't. Who would want to work there? They gave no breaks. No break. You got no break the whole shift. So, and like, I don't know, I could keep going, but no, they did not meet the required staffing ratio.
Other things that they got stuck with. Any safety concern reported by a client, parent, or guardian now has to be reported to the government agency. Licensing must notify all staff of the process to report licensing and compliance violations. So bottom line, this starts off as a kind of a slap on the wrist, but we get an update a month later. So Friday, July 17th. So now just a few weeks ago, a new media alert. Department of Health and Human Services revokes the license of the Provo campus. So the boys' school loses its license entirely, which means they're shut down. The facility must stop providing all services. Oh, coincidence.
Today.
Effective August 16th.
Well, that's why
Today.
we posted. We were trying to make sure it was like really good. We wanted to get them shut down. Obviously, that's why we had someone admitted for gay thoughts, got them investigated them. But then we found out they're appealing this, so we wanted to hurry up. So that's why like both our videos are super rushed. We weren't planning on posting yet, but we're like we have to make sure this place gets shut down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's good timing. And I'll say there was a question earlier on about whether Sheldon, you or Ben had cause of action against the school, which not really. Like,
no, of course not. What could they can sue us? I don't think we can sue them.
But here's the thing about them suing you, which I think the timing of all this. If we so your video releases August 15th, they've already had action taken against them by the government. So I don't know what the claim or cause of action would be that they would try to say, but let's just hypothetically, they said that, the video caused them to lose customers or something, No, because all this bad stuff came out before you publicized the video. And so they don't really have a way of saying that you caused them injury because they were already, before the video even came out, they were already on notice that they were going to be shut down. So the timing of when you released all this is different, I think, from like the Bricks and Minifig situation where they're claiming that the release of the various videos caused them injury, which, is probably nonsense, but that's their argument. These guys here don't even have that argument, which I think puts you guys, even if there was something, which it doesn't sound like there is, it puts you guys in a better place. And also maybe explains why they weren't too intent on investigating you guys or chasing you down, is they've got bigger fish to fry.
Well, I don't think they realized what happened. I really don't.
Maybe they don't. And something happened because they suddenly stopped caring, it seemed, at least the way it was edited in Ben's video.
No, that is how it happened. Yeah, they stopped giving a shit completely. I don't know. I think they figured it out.
I would speculate it's because the police eventually just told them like, hey, there's no sign of this kid anywhere. Are you sure it was a kid? Like, because Ben did get that call from the police that was like, hey, we got notified your kid escaped today. And I just wonder if the school stopped playing along because of that.
It could be. So they're shut down, but and they're shut down as of today. But this is just the boys' campus. There's more going on, and this stuff hasn't even been covered. We've got yet another revocation of license. So this is beginning of July.
That's the girls' campus
at the Springfield campus. So Springville campus.
Yeah.
So the girls' campus is also being shut down. Now, this is a more formal letter. So what happened here? Non-compliance, failing to maintain the integrity of the department's information gathering process. Okay, administrative stuff. Failing to report critical incidents occurrences within a day. Failing to increase the staff to client ratio as necessary to ensure health. Failing to ensure enough staff to safely manage behaviors. Failing to provide services and supervision. Failing to to protect clients from harm. Failing to comply with applicable written notices. Failing to ensure that each client has the right to be free from neglect. Failing to maintain the health and safety of a client, failing to ensure a client has a right to be free from potential harm. I mean, basically, they're just giving you like the litany of everything. You failed to do this. So the girls' campus is done. Let's see when it is, if they say here a date. The revocation is effective July 6th. So they've probably been shut down for over a month. It looks like. So
by August 6th.
I don't know. I don't know that your guys' video had anything to do with this. But
I mean, some of the stuff they got closed down for was people working with failed background checks. There were things that I think, I don't know. Like the state investigated them. I wonder if they figured out about Ben. Like there's a very real possibility that they, in their investigation, like they would have had to have found out there was an escaped kid that no one ever found, right? Like, you know what I mean?
It might have been. Yeah.
Like, how could the state come in and not find that?
Well, at the end of the day, like you said, oh, hold on, that's only 3.
Colin got the boot.
How do we add? How do I add Colin? There we go. Hi, he's back.
Wait, is it working? No. I was trying to make it not work. It's fine. I'm here.
So at the end of the day, there's this appeal, and even if your video didn't cause the downfall of this company, the publicity that your video and Ben's video is causing hopefully will keep the public pressure going on this fight. And sometimes that public pressure is what is needed to give the politicians the courage to carry forward with the course of action. Who knows what forces are at play? Who knows who, if this is a very wealthy owner, who knows who in the legislature he's giving money to. But with public pressure like this, it makes it a lot easier for the politicians and the government types to have the courage to do what's right. So, kudos to you, Sheldon, for the bravery and for the, just excellent investigative journalism here. I think it's just awesome.
You absolutely killed it, brother.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, that was super, kind of insane. Yeah, I don't know.
So we've got a couple more super chats, but then we've got to wrap it up because it's getting late. I am not the night owl that the rest of y'all are. I do have work in the morning, and I've got kids that have to get to their own school, which is a school that doesn't do
a normal school.
It's a normal school.
They actually learn stuff. Yeah, that's nice.
More than 3.5 hours of school in a given school day. But we've got one from Tyrannosaurus Rick for $5. Tyrannosaurus Rick, thanks for all the support today across both streams. Love the background, Colin. Brick by brick. Yes. It's excellent.
My normal background is like an investigator map thing, but for whatever reason it didn't load, so we went with bricks this time.
Brick by brick. It's excellent. And then GRB Chaser, I understand you not doing it, but you could have gotten Girls Campus shut down if you let them send you over there. Yeah. Good idea not going to the girls' campus. Like there could have been all sorts of, infiltrating a girls' campus, all sorts of additional.
I mean, Ben already joined as Gay for Gay Thoughts. I think we pushed it to the limit with controversy on this one. I think me going to the win. I was like, nope, not me. I'm good.
Well, I think that's it for tonight, guys.
What do you say we raid Jammin'?
Where did we get Jammin' to?
Yeah, come on, chat. We got to get Jammin' to 1,000.
He's live. Let's raid him. Let's raid him.
Live?
All subscribe. Yeah, he should be. I told him to go live.
I don't think he is.
Give him 2 seconds. He's going up.
Okay, sick. Barbecue, do you remember how to set up raids?
No.
Super easy. It's super easy. It's super easy.
One sec.
Super easy.
Switch channels. Yes. Okay, YouTube Studio. Bam. Okay, live. Click on it. Scroll down. Redirect. Add.
Where are you doing it at?
YouTube Studio. If you go to live and then click on the live stream that's right now, go to customization.
Yeah.
We need. Oh, we're not subscribed to him.
We are.
Oh, we
he
are?
is. Yeah, Jammin'. Let's call him. Give me 1 second.
I mean, we could always just add Jammin' into this real quick and add in the links.
Nope, he's not gonna
Call him again. He's on D&D.
Yeah. He said he's going right now.
Okay, I'm going to pull the link. $919. Come on, Jammin.
Yeah, I know.
Go live.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
He's live. He's live.
All right, I'm looking. I don't see him live. Tell me he didn't go live on like Instagram. I'll jump.
I'm not seeing it either. I'm just hitting refresh over and over.
Yeah.
Same. Come on, Jammin. My belief in you is so strong.
I believe in him. We can do it, guys. Everyone.
Oh, there he is. All right.
Nice.
There he's live. Live in React. Oh, there he is. All right, sick. Copy. Come back over to YouTube Studio. Redirect. Videos from other channels. Oh, that's not working.
I just don't know where you do that at.
I can show you once we are off stream.
Yeah, it's super easy. I did it earlier.
Oh
for Lost.
no, Jammin.
What?
Call Jammin. I need him to turn on redirects in YouTube Studio.
Oh shit, yeah.
He doesn't have raids set up. Get him to answer.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me pop up in his chat.
Yo, what up, Jammin? You gotta listen to Colin.
All right, Jammin, can you hear me?
Hold on, I got headphones on.
I can't believe we're doing this live on stream.
Jammin, can you hear me?
Oh no, I can't hear anything.
I can't hear him either.
No.
Here, I'll just call Jammin. That actually makes way more sense.
Wait, no, Jammin. Oh my god. Okay.
It's fine.
Holy shit.
I feel
Cool.
dumb right
All right.
now. All right. We're FaceTiming Jammin.
Okay. Answer Colin's call.
Okay. Dude, I'm so fucking new to this.
Hey,
Yeah, I
how
know. It's all good.
long will it take three very somewhat intelligent people and well, two very somewhat intelligent and one like actually intelligent person to figure out how to get Jammin to turn on his raids? Chats, place a bet. Still hasn't answered his FaceTime. Oh, there he is. Okay, go to YouTube Studio right now. Desktop would be better if you can, but if you're on your phone, that works too. Okay, so once you're on YouTube Studio, right?
Yeah, the audience here is.
I bet they can hear. Can you hear Jammin?
Is gripped.
Right. So what you're gonna do, right?
Will this
you're gonna
work?
go to YouTube Studio. You're gonna go to the Live tab, and then you're gonna click on the current live stream that you're doing right now.
A Few Good Men. I watched A Few Good Men
YouTube
last night
Studio.
with my family.
No. The one that says live. Are you on your phone or on your desktop?
I'm live streaming on my phone.
Okay, but what are you pulling up Studio on? Okay, perfect. All right, let me go back to the homepage on the one that I'm on. Okay, I'll guide you through it. It's so easy. Okay, so go to content. Yep. And then it'll be like inspiration, videos, shows, shorts, and then live. Click that, and then click on your current live stream. And then on the left where it says details, you're going to go down one to customization. And then scroll all the way down.
Barbecue Cat.
And then you're going to hit redirect. And you're going to hit add. Or like allow redirect. I don't know what it'll say on yours.
What's it?
I don't see where.
Don't get up on the
You
computer.
don't? Are you 100? Here, show me your. Turn your phone so I can see the screen.
I know you was sleeping, huh?
Oh yeah, that works too.
She has mittens. Yes, this cat has mittens, and she loves to snuggle.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that's such a cute cat.
Okay.
She's a
Screen
chungus.
customization. Scroll down. Oh. Okay. 1 sec.
Is it because he's on shorts?
I don't think he's on shorts.
He's on shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, he is
He's
on
on
shorts.
shorts.
Yeah, Jamin, you got to go live on regular YouTube,
Wait,
buddy.
I can figure it out. YouTube Studio, go to settings. Okay, go to settings. In YouTube Studio. Okay, then you're gonna go to community. Okay, and then we're going to. Oh wait, settings community. I didn't hit settings. That's what I'm doing wrong. Settings. Community or moderation / user management. Can you hear me? Okay. And then you're gonna scroll to live redirect users, and then choose who can turn on barbecue. All yes, perfect.
Nice.
Save. All right, sick. Now I
You
go
hit
back
save?
to YouTube Studio, right? Hit save. Make sure you hit save. Oh, sick! You're my hero right now. Okay, so then I go back to content, right? There is still 700 people watching me do this.
Nice. Thanks, guys. We're raiding, jamming. Jamming, raid.
All right, so then
Jamming,
we're gonna
raid.
scroll, and then I'm going to go to customization, and then I'm going to go to redirect, and then I'm going to type in your video in my search bar. Bam. Sender. Oh, but are you sure you hit save? Okay, go check and make sure real quick. I'm hitting refresh.
Jam in raid. Jam in raid. Jam in raid. I'm just trying to keep chat entertained so they don't leave.
Sorry, chat. I know this is gripping.
No, it's hope for fun. We're raiding, jamming. We're gonna every one of you
Oh,
is gonna hit subscribe.
Okay.
Oh,
now
jam in raid.
Right? Okay, I hit save. We can end stream barbecue and it'll work. Supposedly.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do it. Jam in raid.
We got a couple
All right, dude,
more
I'll
super
get
chats
that
that
in a
came
second. Thanks,
in.
bud.
So let me do that, and then we will say goodnight, folks. So first, JRB Chasers, $2 regardless. Ben's videos could be evidence as well. Yes, it can be. Under certain conditions, absolutely it can be, especially statements by the company itself in litigation against the company. Yes, absolutely, this stuff could be evidence. Veronica McShane, 878 for $5. Thank you. Have any of you looked into the transportation industry that are contracted with these facilities? No, but it's a good angle though.
We were actually going to use them to kidnap Ben, but we ran out of time.
Rose investigates for $2. Colin, aren't you supposed to be behind the scenes? Yeah, but we forced him. So 2 Jules Silver Star. Thank you, son. Gararg, say hi. Nice, cutie, patooties. Yeah, this is Elsa. She's falling asleep in my arms. She's a tired kitty. I'm surprised she sat through that entire stream and didn't move. So I'm gonna have to go check her for getting dinner and litter box and stuff. Anyways, folks, so that's it for me. Thank you to Colin and Sheldon. I'm gonna put you guys back into the backstage, but thank you both for being here.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it here. I'm just gonna kind of sign off.
Right.
So thanks, folks. Really appreciate you all sticking around. This was a 3-hour. This was a 3-hour stream, almost 3 hours, 12 minutes. And so many of you watched. Really appreciate all the support you guys have given the channel. If you haven't yet, please hit that like and hit that subscribe. Growing the channel really, really helps us. So, it helps us get the word out about bricks and minifigs, now Provo Canyon, all these wild stories. So, really appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all soon. Hope everyone has a great week, and we're looking forward to some more wild stuff coming up in the Reckless Ben case. Talk to y'all soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.